Don't worry, people. I will be getting started here in a moment. I'm still getting things set up, and I'm making sure things are not about to get super annoying. So. Shut it! God, God damn it.
Right.
Okay.
I've got a lobster.
Well, hopefully everybody...
What would
Oh,
be-
wait, hold on. I might have to turn some people down, because this might get to one of those where it's, like, really loud on my side.
I'm just listening to Booty Shorts on repeat.
That's
Booty,
pretty
booty,
normal for the
booty.
start of your streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never have it so I hear it. I always had it so only chat would
Holy
hear
cow,
it.
hold on. I gotta turn Lotus down,
Oh, I
because
still got
Lotus
fucking
is,
crickets.
like, super loud on my side.
Did I hear a DP crack open?
Maybe?
You did.
I
I
knew
was
it.
choked. Fucking answering that.
knew it. Yeah. Oops, wrong thing. Oops, wrong thing.
I'm a
Okay.
slut for Dr. Pepper.
Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
know.
I think
You
I
turned us
have...
all into sluts for Dr. Pepper.
Okay, hopefully now I haven't actually blown everybody's ears out because Lotus was super loud.
Oh, how?
Because
Normally I'm quiet.
because I had turned you up to 200%, and then all of a sudden I realized you were peaking my desktop audio.
That was peak, and I'm talking about the mic.
I now understand.
So I probably just
Bro.
accidentally blew out everybody's ears. Oh, also you can say hi YouTube because we're also on YouTube.
YouTube.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over to my starting soon, and I'll be right back. Be right back in
Oh,
a
I
quick
forgot.
second.
Yeah, I forgot that I forgot I gave myself dead eyes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
breaking everything on complete accident.
That was just
It's the best.
here they're
Break-
fine, but the concern
I
is
got an
appropriate. Yeah,
octopus.
I figured I don't. It's just I saw it going in the red, and I'm like, I'm the only one that's supposed to be going in the red, not everybody else.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah,
probably
think
sound
I
like
should
shit, so
look
that's
at
just because I
my-
have sinus problems going
Blah,
on
blah,
right
blah,
now.
blah.
So if I sound like
It-
shit, I'm telling the audience if I sound like shit.
You
that's
sound
because why.
fantastic, buddy. You sound fantastic.
You
You
sound
don't have to lie to
great.
me. You don't have to lie to me. I know how I
Man,
sound.
If you sounded bad, I would tell you, bro.
Are you sure about that? Or are you just being
Yes,
nice?
yeah. No, I mean I'm a nice guy, but I'm not afraid to say you
yeah.
sound like shit.
The thing is that I'm old enough to where a lot of people. Don't worry. If you had told me that you sound like shit, I'm like, cool, thanks. I knew I already sounded like shit. But
Bro, you sound horrible.
well, well, was having sinus issues for a whole while too. And it just started today because the back of my throat because the sinus started draining the back of my throat, so my throat is like
Fuck yeah, dog.
dying.
I'm not
That's
ignoring that.
that's
I'll
not
call
why
you
your throat
to fuck
hurts.
yourself.
No, the green weenie did not go ahead
It's fine,
and
I'll
go
work.
into my mouth yet last night. You cannot tell me that. I know for certain that did not happen. I have not been in the military.
Turtle.
I have not been in the
Oh,
military anymore. The green weenie can no longer
you,
touch
Dark.
me.
Yeah.
And yes, we
Bro.
we call it the green weenie in the Marine Corps because
On
it's the
make it
green
literally
weenie.
out and back home in 3 to 4 hours. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So we got some friendos here. We got
Hi.
Braveheart.
Hello.
Kiki. How you doing? How you doing? How
I'm
you
doing good. By the way, everyone else, if you're wondering why I'm a voodoo doll, that's because I'm a voodoo doll in everyone else's stream. If you want to see the real dragon, you have to go to my stream. Sorry.
Oh, I got a shark. Oh, I got a
Oh,
shark.
serious.
Hey.
We also got Black Lotus. How are you?
I'm everyone's favorite Scuff Queen. I will break everyone's streams tonight, and that is a guarantee at some point.
It already started.
Have
I love it.
It
I
has.
love it.
It's already started.
And we also got Failure 101. How's it going?
Hello. Things
How
are
you?
going pretty good. Thank you for having me here. I'm very happy to be here. Just here to play some web fishing with my friends and hopefully make at least $100 over the course of the stream. With
Ooh,
my
that's a
fish
good
luck,
goal.
pretty small.
Dang. And we
Yeah.
also got Shikai Mako, chaotic shark
Hello.
tuber. Favorite.
Hello. I actually just caught a shark, so I'm super happy.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
Yay!
That's awesome.
I see it. It's pretty big.
Love Shikai. Ooh.
I make
We
you
also got
wet.
Cinder. Cinder, are you joining too?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
Yay!
How are you, Cinder?
I'm good. How about you guys?
How are you
Tired.
not like?
Good.
How are you alive right now, Cinder?
Don't question it.
Did
Oh,
you
I
not go to
forgot.
sleep?
I did go to sleep.
There's
3
one thing I
a.m.
forgot to get up and running. I need to get my
Yeah.
hands
It
working.
is currently like 11 for you, right?
Yeah.
My hands are right now not working. Give me one
I gotta
moment.
put that in the. I gotta put that in the pen.
Back source 4,700 for the follow.
They have not dragon, surprisingly.
Dragon.
I think I'm the only Dragon VTuber in here right now.
Lotus Yay is so freaking cute,
Yeah.
right?
Dragon
was referring
VTubers
to
are
chat.
the best. Oh, I gotta hold it.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's cool to see, especially like the different species of dragons. Because
I
so
am a
many
ruby
people,
dragon. You
like,
call me a
there's,
red
like-
dragon, and I will burn you to death.
That feels
That's
like
it,
a
that's
very
cool.
red dragon thing to do, though.
Oh,
Only a red dragon would say that.
How chromatic of you.
Damn it.
Cinder, I finally got the pink.
Okay, hands are
found
working
five-
yeah,
finally.
Crixie looks so cute.
How do I put this in the tank?
you look cute too, Lotus.
Ah,
I'm a little gal.
A little
Finally got
girl.
the pink fur, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah. Red,
It
Red
looks
also
so
said.
pretty, the whole aesthetic.
hold
I
on,
wonder
I'm
if
coming.
the Scuff Queen's chatters have asked her to break them yet.
I don't think
It's
I've had
already
anyone-
happened.
Uh,
My stream
I'm
was
not
not set up
100% sure
correctly.
if I have.
Ah.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
I don't have any clothes on. You can ignore that because I haven't found anything I like to
Thank
wear on
you,
this game
thank you,
yet.
thank you. Appreciate
Wow, we just out here raw dogging it?
Yeah.
I
Although
raw
I
dog
am
it
I
every
am
day,
dead
so-
inside, so it's not like I have a choice.
10,000 monies.
Okay,
Oh,
green is on.
That can't
Fish
be.
in your hand, but how do
I've
I
been
put
needed.
the fish in my hand?
Put it on your hotbar.
Yippee! Private island prop.
Oh, that reminds me. I need
I
to go ahead and
definitely
put.
had some very weird chatters, but just it's like on the randomest I have weird chatters. I've had mainly weird chatters
Put it
during
in my-
balloons of all things.
No, that balloons brings out those people.
Yeah, I
It-
don't ask how I know
It's
this,
so
but
weird.
there's a lot of things that happen like that. Like you
Oh.
play a specific type of game, and next thing you know, it's just nothing but random
There it is.
people that are like,
Brethren.
To be fair, I've met a lot of good people through stuff like that.
mhm.
Yeah. The first time I played balloons, it was such a nice community. I accidentally had shield mode on, and people were paying like 1 bit to talk to me, and I was like, "Oh, you don't have to, you don't have to." And they spent like maybe 200 bits before they told me I was on shield mode.
Hmm.
I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Well,
mode.
shield mode is honestly not a bad thing. It's useful that it exists because
It's true.
Yeah.
the only issue is that if
If-
it doesn't get turned off, you don't realize it's
Yeah, no,
on.
I couldn't do it.
It is
It didn't
100%
alarm me at all.
it's a great emergency resource. Unfortunately, you will forget about it after the emergency.
Yeah.
I want to get heart and sparkles. Oh, I probably can't put them on at the same time.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay,
warn you.
well.
Likely Ko-fi. I have a Ko-fi bot that's installed, and likely it will go on your stream, and it will likely get tagged by Nightbot
see.
or whatever
Oh, it's all good.
service you have. So I'm just letting you guys
Also,
know.
It's all
I hit $100, so thank you. That's the end of stream. I hope
Oh,
everyone has a good one.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Damn.
See you, bro.
Congrats!
It's been
Put
good.
them on at the same time. I like it. That's so pretty.
I got $100 in one
Oh.
fish, bro.
Eventually, I love balloons.
Honestly, I don't.
You
I don't
didn't
play
have to
this game.
brag.
Honestly, I don't play this game without friends because it's just.
Yeah, I just did it for 45 minutes. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
it-
definitely
it-
need some other.
it's one of those games where you need friends so you can just talk to on
It'll be
stream.
boring.
Yep.
I don't know how people can play games like this. What if someone hypothetically called you a crimson dragon? That depends What's the
Aw.
context of a
It's
crimson
like I
dragon?
feel like that wouldn't be a insult. I feel like that's a compliment.
Are from the worst.
A blood dragon. Just like in Skyrim.
Am I forgetting how to fish? I just have my
It's
reel
just-
out, right?
It's just left click.
Yeah, just
You gotta what? You
Okay.
got your reel out? That's private.
Hey, you know you'd enjoy it.
damn, taking out your reel out live.
You gotta take your
Camera.
reel out on Twitch.
Sadly, I don't need blood to survive.
Um,
Somehow, I need gems to survive instead. So
Oh, you got a little picnic area. That's cool.
Yeah, the island's very cute. I
I'm gonna
have
shrink down.
no, I let.
Become small.
No,
No,
I
it-
see that
it-
glove out.
Oh
Don't
my
even
god! I
think
just
about
caught a frickin'. That's a small swordfish.
it. Don't even think about it.
You should see how big the big ones are.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's so cute.
Skyrim mention? Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Hell yeah.
I don't
daddy.
survive off of
Got it,
treasure. I
yeah.
survive only solely off of gems.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
So I
you're
must
a
eat-
greedy bastard, aren't
I must
you?
eat. No, it can be any type of gem. Just has to be some type of gemstone. Honestly,
Okay.
I just eat rocks.
Nice turquoise.
Crimson is a shade of
Too good.
Crayons are my
Oh,
favorite, though.
I need.
Oh god, it's been a minute since I've done this.
You have auto click, right? You should just
I do.
hold left click.
That's so cute.
I should probably turn on
I got
autoclick so that my
skill.
I should probably turn on autoclick so that my hand doesn't get doesn't die.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I need to put my fingers to work.
All right.
No,
Apparently, I missed
good.
the part where we were all gathering up. So
Oh yeah.
I just saw it, so I...
Yeah.
I
You
think
can't light
I
a fire on wood.
it
that's
works,
not
though.
true. You shouldn't.
You
I
should.
mean,
it's
It's
highly
incredibly easy, actually.
I mean, you can also light a fire on top of ice, and it actually works. Don't ask me
That's
how it
true.
I believe that. Yeah.
on a giant. If you're on a glacier, you can just.
Oh, we're so cute.
I mean, technically,
everyone's
yes,
all
gems can be considered
together.
treasure, but there are also some very, very invaluable
Some
gems, and I'll eat
spitball.
any of them.
Cruxy, why are you so
Oh,
tiny?
it's so tiny.
Oh, you're sitting down. Small.
I brought alcohol. I don't know where the alcohol is.
Already? It's only 122.
For game.
In the game?
Already,
Actually-
it's only.
I have been drinking more
You're right.
regularly.
I could go for a nice drink.
Does that mean that you've been hanging out with people more regularly? Because that means that alcohol is makes
Socialism.
you happy.
Social
doesn't know.
drinking.
My friend group goes to these bar nights on Tuesdays, and you watch a movie and drink.
Hmm.
So I buy like a $3 apple cider, like alcoholic drink, and that's literally all I drink for the whole fucking time.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not.
And I have little
that's not
cheese
bad.
sticks.
Oh,
yeah. Technically,
Oh my
Gerudo, you are
God.
not
I can
you are
just
not wrong in the
have
gems are treasure,
in
but
4
not all
hours.
gems are worth.
Oh, that's a
I
Mara.
can
lot.
have a single drink. I won't
Speaking of
drink
the,
it unless you guys redeem it, but I'll have a single drink.
Speaking of the large swordfish.
Oh,
we
I
were
see
talking
fairy.
about earlier.
Don't be a rabbit now. Don't pull a rabbit.
I see rabbit in chat.
Good job, Avenge. Drink the Dr. Pepper. Where's a lily pad is their thing? That's adorable.
Could have sworn Rabbit was
Me.
on earlier.
Oh.
Probably.
If,
Oh, there's
if you just
toast.
got off, how was your stream?
Like Rabbit Fairy or someone else?
Yeah, rabbit fairy. Who else do we call rabbit?
Oh, they're at work.
What did I do? I mean, like, you get a little lost in the sauce there, rabbit.
Hi, I'm back.
Don't come back.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I used to do it a lot.
I guess that's one to explain it.
There we go.
I'll
Thank you,
cheers,
Cinder.
Rabbit. I'm taking a sip for you.
Thank you for the self-care. Thank you for
Oh.
the self-care. Give me another
What do you
shot.
guys all do for your self-cares?
I take a hit of my vape.
I take a drink
That's
and I
a
stretch.
form of self-care.
Exactly.
I usually drink some water and then I stretch and all that stuff. Make sure that I'm not shrimp
I'm a
mode.
nice horny drunk, the best drunk.
I,
That is true.
uh,
That's
just,
true.
Shrimp mode activated.
I don't want to turn into a shrimp. I'm already a fish.
Tramp.
Yeah, it's a part of your genes. You're fine. You got this.
Tramp.
It's adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh my
Cruxy,
god.
I feel like a fool because I thought you were doing an actual, what's it called, debut, and it was just your, it was just your false one.
Holy mother of
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh my god.
No, actually, it's kind of funny because I haven't done actual debut yet.
Oh, so
Oh,
there
yeah, they-
is one coming. Okay.
Holy
I should
crap.
probably do that before my 1 year's up.
Well,
yeah.
I
Oh,
wish I
maybe
could zoom
you could do
out,
it
but
all
I
in one.
can't.
True,
Hey.
true.
Dude, what the hell is that thing?
A giant manta
Stingray.
ray?
Hooray.
It's a manta ray.
Yay.
Alright.
I am a
And I-
nice,
Oh, what's up?
horny drunk, the best drunk. That's true.
I mean, I can pull it
That
out
was-
real
I
quick.
found out I'm a cuddly drunk. I literally am just all over my boyfriend, like cuddling, had pats, kisses the whole time. I was like, oh, this is nice.
That is actually
Just
nice.
all over the man.
I'm an overly
I-
complimentive drunk.
Same. I'm luckily I'm very glad that I'm not.
Lovey-dovey.
I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
glad that I'm not a violent drunk, because that
Yeah.
would be bad.
If I was that way, I wouldn't drink.
Yeah. Stingray revenge. Yeah, I mean this thing's huge.
It's huge.
Good
That
shit,
thing's
Benj.
giant.
Good shit, Brave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get cheek high drunk.
Someday. Someday
Anyway.
when I'm not watching the kiddos.
The minnows.
The minnows.
Lot of nice rods over here.
Why
Oh,
are you
yeah.
drunk? What did I do, Avenge? Fuck yourself. Okay.
We all
I'll
got
take
a
away your
rock
Dr.
top.
Pepper.
Oh my god. I got a male seahorse and they have babies.
Hmm.
I was actually researching the sea dragon and I didn't know they were the same, kind of the same anatomy as a seahorse.
Sea dragon. That sounds
Dragon.
so cute.
Yeah, they look like seahorses. They just got, you know, Seadra from Pokemon, right? That's a sea dragon. Yeah, they're real.
Ah.
I just caught a seahorse too.
So that's the bane of
Really?
Irwin Stingray. Tear it apart for what? I'll sell it, probably. At some
Whoa.
point. That's a flounder.
Mola mola.
Insert trunk.
Insert
That would
trunk.
be. I don't know.
That's
I
nice.
couldn't even imagine
Not of age
that.
yet.
You gotta
Not of
wait
age yet.
till the 30th.
Yeah, yeah, he's not of age.
Wait,
don't
no,
drink
I
much
think
'cause you always
he's
get a
19
headache?
right now.
Common collector.
Oh, you gotta wait
Okay.
2 years, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's either 20.
Hell.
No, he's 19. He's turning 20 this year. His birthday's the 30th. It's 29 days after mine. It's like I know
Dang, he's
this.
got to wait
I
one
remember
more.
this.
He's got to wait one more year so they can do recreational activity, adult recreational activity in the United States.
He just drinks root beer with us. Oh my god, 16?
I don't drink much because I always get a headache.
Fuck. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe I
that's
do
when
put out
I
another
drink
point.
like sweet stuff. Octopus!
Yeah. Once you hit-
I-
Say soju is the best.
I will say
That is
this:
good.
the fruitier the drink is, the more likely it is that I'm gonna drink a lot of it, and next thing you know, I'm drunk, and I'm like, uh-oh.
That's the point of
fine.
that.
I
had four locos,
I've
It's
never
better-
had
and I
that.
was
I feel like-
standing on my head.
I've
What
never
is
had Four
this
Loko.
about to be?
It's a beer,
Tiny.
right? He'll be 20 late July. Yeah.
Hmm. I'm kind of a liquor kind of person, sadly, so I'm an expensive drunk.
liquor.
Yeah.
I barely even know her.
Fine, I should have said spirits.
That was good.
Rabbit, how are you? Okay.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
Gone 17 shots back to back with no hangover blackout, still trying to test out my limits. Yeah, we know, Rabbit.
I've gone
Dude,
that
she's-
far.
She's conditioning herself to.
Oh
I've
my
gone that
God.
far, and usually what ends up happening is that I end up puking by the time I drink that much.
See, I've never thrown up from being drunk ever. It just
Although
stays in my body.
usually whenever that happens, I usually haven't ate a
Hello?
whole lot beforehand.
Oh
So.
my god.
What?
I have no idea. Yeah, I was gonna
Hello?
say. I can do a cider, a pickleback, and that gets me very drunk. Like, how do you say it? Like very fuzzy, tipsy.
Brethren,
Is your brother?
it's my brother.
I got a glistening or lobster. He's shiny.
It's so
Shiny.
hilarious seeing you put a giant ass fish in your pocket, dude.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
talk.
like a whale.
You know.
Got that.
But I said when I was
space.
really young and it was my first time drinking, I got an eel. Luckily, it didn't shock the ever-living crap out of me.
This is
What? That's dangerous.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
you should do that.
61 shots before he blacked out? Jesus.
that's
Apple juice.
insane.
yes, of apple juice. Yes.
What are you, Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
I don't
61
question how
shots,
much
bro.
you guys are alcoholics.
Oh my God,
I'm
I
kind
got a
of glad
soda
I'm not.
can.
Well, I take that
Lord.
back. Whenever I drink, technically, dude, the Marine Corps would consist anybody who drinks more than 2 drinks a night an alcoholic.
That's an alcoholic? Damn.
Yep.
What is it like? The consistency or the amount?
The amount.
I think both. I feel like if
Oh.
you're consistently
usually the
drinking,
amount.
it might be concerning.
Whenever you drink, if you drink more than you're supposed
just got an eel
in a
too.
month, they consider you an alcoholic. Although since I usually only drink like maybe once every 6 months, it does not matter. I got a huge
They say,
krill. Wow.
they say a beer is not bad for you, and they say a glass of wine isn't bad for you either.
Yeah, but 16
moderation.
shots and all of a sudden you're an alcoholic.
60 shots.
I said six.
Alcoholic?
I said 16.
Nah. Oh, 16? Nah.
Oh, I got an oyster.
And I rarely drank, and with the job that I had, I probably should have drank more.
A grouper. Hardly know her.
No.
Wish I could join, but gotta sit upstairs with construction guys. But I got my Japanese lessons on my TV, so I'm using
There you
time
go.
to study.
Hey!
That's
Way
good.
to go, Cherry.
Hey, good job.
Good job, Cherry. I'm proud of you. Hey, Exemplar. How are you? We're playing web fishing.
And
Like,
talking about
caught a UFO,
random
unidentified
topics.
fishing object.
Unidentified
You can get
fishing
aliens?
object.
Yeah.
You can collect aliens.
When you see the "what was that" marker in chat, that means a meteor dropped, and you can go catch a special fish.
Have we ever considered that aliens might live underwater instead of in space?
I mean, have you
both.
seen some of the fish
Oh.
that exist in the very deep ocean?
Wait, what's the definition of an alien, anyways? Because I've heard alien used in other.
Unidentified species, I thought.
Yeah.
It-
I mean,
Exactly.
It depends on
it could be.
context on what it's actually considered. It really does depend
Yeah,
on
what,
context.
alien
What they're.
traditionally just means foreign in a
Mhm.
larger,
Yeah.
like, broader subject, where alien can just mean not of the culture that you live within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
After
has.
globalization, though, it has more of a sci-fi connotation.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Thank you,
Mm.
Cherry.
It's a loose- yeah, it's a loose word.
Oh, thank you, Cherry.
Doing
That's
well.
Very helpful.
Working from home while playing Minecraft on the side. Cool.
There we
Sounds
go.
fun.
Hopefully that fixes it.
Rabbit says, I wish I was there to flirt with Cruxy right now. Want to make her squirm and blush. My
What?
cute little confidence.
What?
Oh.
I feel.
I mean,
Yeah. I found a shining
But
flounder.
what's a little blushing among friends?
Is the portable bait station worth buying?
Someone's a
I
little
don't
drunk.
think it's bad. Like, shh.
Who's drunk right now?
do you like convenience
Good
or do
question.
you
My
like
character.
money?
Oh,
Oh God.
all right. Let's.
Am I gonna make
Dude.
this?
Well,
should.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
money.
make this.
I'd rather have money over convenience, I think.
or nor.
Or nor. Why are you talking in cursive
I
like
got
that?
a tentacle! I got
Oh
a
my God,
shiny
actually?
octopus!
Actually, Shikai,
Yeah.
you know what happened the other day?
What?
My boss said when I was talking to a customer, I
Did you inadvertently call them
What'd
chat?
you
no. So we have this thing at work where you're like able to roll dice and get a discount. They didn't
Mhm.
get the discount, so I told them, "Oh no, that's okay. You can try again." They're like, "You had your accent on." I'm like, "No, why did you tell me?" This now I'm gonna be so self-conscious whenever I talk to customers.
Thank you, Cherry, for the hydrate.
Or no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Lotus, didn't you used to talk in Valley Girl voice to your customers every once in a while?
Did I? I don't remember that.
No, Lotus did.
Oh yeah, I would fuck with my customers. Because it was fun.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes, I'll totally go run to the back and put some extra toppings on you for free. I got you, baby girl.
Walking around with the dark,
And there's a
God.
and it's a guy you're talking to. That would be the most hilarious thing to do to them.
dark hair like a skull pendant.
Canadian accents are so real. It's so funny because
Okay.
Canadians never know. I mean,
I got you, baby girl. I got you.
I don't notice it, but apparently, it's very hard for me to actually notice it. But I do have a southern accent because of where I live. Although I've turned it off most of the time. Although it depends on what I say. It depends on when it comes back.
So when you said the word time, that sounded accent. You said time.
Gosh
So-
darn.
Time.
Also, exemplar. Yeah,
keep
it was a
jumping on.
banana.
I mean,
I made that.
it really just
so
depends on
long ago.
what you get me to say. Because depending on what I say, you'll actually notice it more.
Can you say what in tarnation?
What in tarnation? Now that's me over exaggerating
I
it. What,
apologize.
but if I,
This is gonna be
what-
cringe as fuck.
we're talking about accents. What do you mean?
Waiting for AC to join chat and be like, "You're not doing it right."
What
when
in
AC
tarnation?
When AC has a little something to drink, he doesn't get out of his southern
Wait,
accent.
here's my daughter.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
probably shouldn't.
The only thing I
Rabbit
noticed,
Maybe me with a Valley Girl
Oh, go
accent
ahead,
would
go
make
ahead,
me very
Chica.
uncomfortable.
I was reading what she was gonna say, so you can go ahead.
Okay. I've said
Oh
this
my
before.
God.
Canadians have accents that come in waves. They slowly come out and then get really strong, then edge back out.
cow.
They can come on really strong again, then edge back out slowly, and you'll never
God.
notice it.
Oh!
So you can say a whole sentence normal, but say a boot in the middle.
Yeah, they go. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? What are you talking about?
What one that I
I don't-
see very often is apparently British actors can't say daughter in the American accent.
Oh, really?
It's
Daughter.
usually daughter.
Daughter.
And then
I-
they'll go right back to a relatively, good
True.
American accent. It's just like,
I got a
Benedict
plastic bag.
Cumberbatch.
There are a
Cherry
few that
says,
have
"Good
actually
Good
been
job,
able to.
Cherry.
Harry's
just-
getting back to her lesson and never had a Canadian accent.
Oh.
Your money looks like Monopoly.
I'm trying to think of some of the ones. My state has a few specific ones that are part of the Midwestern accent. I think milk's one of them.
Milk.
That we
Some
say a
people
little-
say milk.
Milk
the good
or
old Mullick.
some people
Or
say
bag.
milk.
Bagel.
I've heard
Yeah.
some people if you
Bag.
I think it's like a
Bagel.
A
bag,
bagel.
a big.
Aluminum foil.
I mean-
coupon.
I mean, I've heard
Aluminum.
I've heard car keys and then I've heard cock keys.
Khaki.
Cockies. Cockies.
Sounds like something inappropriate.
Like,
Khakis.
no,
Gotta put my
it's the
khakis
funny
on.
thing is that if you're because it's a guy who was from Boston or from Massachusetts. I think it was a
Oh,
thick
okay.
Boston accent.
Oh.
So sometimes when he said car keys, I'm like, do you say car keys or khakis?
You got to get in the
For the head
car.
red.
Get in
Although-
the car.
Although
Oh.
it very much depends on context at that point.
You know what? Have you guys ever seen the movie Ted?
No,
I know of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I've
have.
seen
Mark-
parts of it, but I
Mark-
don't think I've seen the whole thing.
Mark Wahlberg forces that accent so bad it pisses me off. dude.
You're right. Oh my god, you're
forces
so
it
right. I
so
just
bad.
remembered.
Mm.
Yes. I'll be listening.
Oh,
to this. I'm just not talking unless someone talks to me. Okay, Cherry.
People that force
Well-
New York accents sound horrible, I think.
Well,
One of
Cherry,
the
I think
I
you're doing
end up-
such a good job, and
many
I'm
of my
very
ac-
proud of you. You're
Many of my
such a good
accents, I
girl.
tend to fall into the stereotype
Oh my
accent that
God,
is not very good anyway.
one of the ones I know that we do specifically
Shining
for my
Star.
state, maybe the surrounding areas, is yeah, no, no, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about yay and nay?
I
mean,
Sark says that all the time.
No one
and
really
it's
said.
very-
Yep, it's specific. Yeah, I know it can be a bit confusing,
Yeah.
but it's such a thing up here, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know what
no,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, no.
You guys ever
Oh,
say
that's
like,
shitty accent there.
you ever talk to someone that's boring you and you go, "That's crazy," like 5 times in a row, and they still don't
Yep.
pick up the hint?
That's
That's
Or-
crazy,
or-
man.
The
Crazy,
southern one, the
bro.
southern version
That's
is bless your
crazy.
heart.
Oh, since
Yeah, bless your heart. Yeah.
since Cherry is learning Japanese, the equivalent
Disrespect.
Japanese version of that is when somebody says so
Mm.
I like when they go, "Oh, oh."
I hear that there's actually a different version of that in specifically Osaka, where
Oh, really?
instead they're a lot more blunt about it and will just completely derail the conversation.
Oh.
I've heard that a very common expression when speaking like Osakan Japanese is when someone's taking too long when talking. If they're wearing a watch or some like fancy piece of clothes, you point that out. The go-to is usually the watch, and pointing out that it's a nice watch and just noticing how much time has passed during the conversation.
Yeah.
Compared to just the leading.
Do note,
Wow, that is very blunt.
I have had some people, like, in the movies where they're like, they're doing a speech and then somebody like points to their watch, like, you need to hurry this up. You're running out of time. I've actually had that happen to me once or twice.
Damn, bro. Instead of
Sometimes-
that's crazy.
Because of sometimes I can't
Exemplar
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wow, that was harsh.
Exemplar says, I need to scroll up.
Being abused.
Imagine
My
being
fish.
truthful and being like, "You're
Ima-
boring me right now, bro."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read off everybody's
Um,
chat.
Oh boy. Good luck.
My parents still have thick Hispanic accents, and they often replace their J's with Y's. Oh yeah, like Yale.
Yeah.
Jill and Yale are interchangeable. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Dark, you
Or
totally don't speak.
They do the opposite, where it's like Jello instead of yellow.
Oh, interesting.
Ignore failure. He's lying. I don't speak ever.
That's true. That is true.
Yep, nope,
Travis
he's just a figment of our
says-
imaginations.
Oh, I've heard both Cruxy and Vino say a boot, and Vino say don't ya know. I've heard Cherry say a once or twice. I say a instead of what because when I'm fun, it's more polite. Oh, I see.
I've been told that both are impolite by older people, and I've had older people yell at me for responding what when I didn't hear them.
Oh yeah.
I think that there's a lot of stuff like that that's just cultural and generational.
Yeah,
Generationally different.
because
For example, one of my favorite, if I may, sorry to interrupt.
No, go
No, that's okay.
One of my favorite generational differences is the response to "thank you" moving from "you're welcome" to "no problem." Just because it sort of changes how the general person looks at the relationship of interacting with another person. Traditionally, when someone asked you to do something, it was under the assumption that you asking them to do this is being a burden, which is why no problem becomes a signifier that you don't mind helping people. But to old people, you are implying that this was a burden instead of the inverse.
Oh.
I remember my boss at
Like, no
Pizza
worries,
Hut,
no
she
problem.
got so pissed at me because I said what to her. And it was just because I was on the other side of the building, I didn't hear her. And then she went on a whole rant to my other coworkers talking about how much a bitch I was for saying what to her and disrespectful, and asked if I talked that way to my mother.
Yes.
Oh my
If
God.
I didn't hear my mother, I probably would ask again.
Forgot to put these out.
I caught a plastic bag, huge.
Yeah.
No, I remember I moved to Milwaukee in 2011 and started working retail right away, and I just remember the word "finna" just throwing me the fuck off, bro.
Finna? Like I'm
I'm
finna do something to you?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, okay.
'Cause I
Yeah,
never
I
heard
know
that.
Hey, Rossum, how's it going?
One of the other ones that like my state does specifically is adding S's of things that shouldn't have S's at the end. So it's called Meyer, correct? We call it Myers.
Oh,
Just
I've heard
everyone
that.
calls it Myers, no matter what. You hate that, Dark? Why? Everyone does it. We also pronounce a lot of things with soft T, so Detroit is Detroit instead of Detroit. I can say it my way, but I can't remember like the normal way of saying it. There's little like
Detroit or
thingies to do.
Detroit?
That actually
Des
reminds me.
Detroit.
Plains, Des
That-
Moines.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I don't know if this is true, but apparently where I'm from, people talk in amongst other people of English speaking in the world, we talk the slowest and pronounce our letters the most. Like we overemphasize like each and every single word.
I'm doing good.
So you're like the
And
sloth
letter.
from Zootopia, then.
Are you?
Oh my god.
Are we sure
I
about
guess
that?
so.
Because I have heard
Yeah.
some people speak in the United States, and I'm like, oh my god, I do not know what you're talking about at all.
Yeah, so that's another
no,
thing
no,
from Michigan.
My specific province.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Canada. I was gonna say that's another
In
one
the
that they say
Canada.
for my state
Mm.
is that we do we speak real. We don't put spaces between our words. I've heard we just like spew it all out at once.
Oh, okay.
Crooksy,
Like my
apparently you've got a
collars
nice
in it.
collar.
Thank you.
Oh, the biggest one is pop. What does everyone's state call it? There's
I call
soda
it
pop,
soda.
pop, Coke. Soda.
So I
call it
call it
soda.
soda, but
Ooh.
I've heard my state apparently calls it everything Coke. And I'm like,
I call
I
it fizzy
ha-
drink.
Yeah.
I have never heard anybody call soda Coke. They're like, can you get me a soda? And it might just be because I live in a military
Yeah.
town. So that might be why.
That would do it.
Ooh, a swordfish.
Technically, we'll
Sword.
sometimes we'll just call it by the name of the drink instead of just saying, do you got a Coke?
I'll have a Coke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because of course someone's going to say, is Pepsi okay? And I'm like, that's what I asked for. And I'm like, that's not what you asked for. You asked for a Coke.
I asked for a Coke. Damn it, there's a difference.
oh my god! Look, I'm so close.
Apparently another one up here is did ya? Instead
Oh,
of
did
did you, just putting it all
Did ya know?
together.
Did ya?
Don't
Did
ya
ya?
know?
Did you know?
Did y'all know
If
about
you
that thing that
had the
happened last week?
chance to change your face.
Yeah, I'm still up for tonight, Uber Awesome.
Would
worry.
ya?
Thank you, Dark. Thank you, Dark.
That's good. I like that.
My boyfriend's from California but moved up to where I live when he was like 10 years old, but he still calls it soda, and it still irks me every time because like the majority of people up here say pop. And he's been here for like over 10 years and he still says soda. And I'm always like, "What?"
Sometimes
Upset everyone and call it sody pop.
Sody pop.
I'm not gonna lie. Where I lived and with everybody either just call because I wasn't irked when they called it soda or pop. It's when all of a sudden they call a Pepsi a Coke, and I'm like, no, I will fight you on it. Pepsi is not
I
Coke.
think they're referring to like a cola though when they say Coke.
Probably,
Cola
but the
in
issue,
Yeah.
but the issue is that Coke has been used synonymously. I'm like, call it a cola. Do not call it
I'm
a
a
Coke.
big fan of
Just got-
RC
if you want a
Coke.
Coke, just be like, I'll have a Coke. PM.
Hola. Firmly in
Yeah,
the
I
soda
really
category. I also say soda. My roommate from Oklahoma has a thick country accent, and he calls soda pop. If y'all want to see some notes, I have them. I put them in y'all VC text. Okay,
Ooh.
I want to see.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
My whimsy isn't high enough to call it that. I'm also religiously used to calling y'all, because that's what
Y'all,
I say,
yep,
I say y'all.
Y'all's like a big one.
How's your?
Big Vote
It's a
Socialist
good
I mean-
one.
fan.
I mean, I do it all the
No.
time. Like,
Yeah.
and I won't even I won't even notice it until someone
Oops.
points it out, and I'm like, what? What did I say?
It all has to do with like, so I grew up in like, my grandparents were from England and they tried to teach me proper English, even though
Quote unquote.
I was born and raised in America. But despite that, I wanted to learn slang or whatever, you know, just despite that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's
Up.
lame. I don't want to be.
Shikai, I caught a cousin of yours.
Yay! What kind of cousin? Right?
Great white.
Hammerhead?
Massive great white.
Nice.
The big boy.
Nice.
Soda is okay, pop is okay, but
when-
everyone calling everything a Coke is utter BS.
Yeah, Coke is BS.
I heard someone call an orange soda a Coke, and it was. I mean, yeah, that's just something that I will never do.
Yeah, you can't. Do
I might do it ironically, and then people can get onto me, and like it'll be content.
Yeah,
but
I got weed.
You're so right. This point, just fizzy lifting drink.
You get nothing.
This is
you
like
lose.
Name
when
the
I
Great
tried
White
to ask
Bruce.
failure
Sadly,
about Dutch Pizza, learned a bunch of pizza places where
sadly,
I
I will
don't
be
even-
selling Bruce
I
for
didn't
money.
know that either, Dark.
Oh my god, the conversation
for the
with
hot
Sark.
We have so many random pizza places.
Oh, there's gonna be a
We
big
only
one.
have-
There's gonna be a big one.
We only have a few pizza locations, and
Thank you.
we have like a small mom and pop shop known as Little Italy's, and it makes some of the best pizza that I've ever had.
Listening stink.
That's where the best pizza comes from.
But they're specific to the state.
Okay, Ellie, thank you for dropping by and saying hi.
Yeah.
I hope you have a good day at work.
Yeah, Ellie, I'm still using your thing. I hope you're proud of me. I haven't replaced it yet.
No.
It's very nice. I keep thinking that those were made for
Whale.
Christmas. I don't know if that's true. Though.
No,
I don't
What?
I just made it randomly.
She
Like,
had
everybody's using
a
those around
Oh, my
the
bad.
Christmas stream.
Ellie
They-
had them available for like early last year, and I bought one.
Yeah.
They were like $5, and I'm like, I'll take one.
Mhm.
Shut up and take my money. Literally that meme. I did that
Shut
meme.
up and take my money.
Yeah, I did that
One
meme.
of the other ones from my
Instantly.
state that I did not realize was a thing. Apparently, from where I'm
A
from, people call
dog.
Buffalo Wild Wings
Hello?
B-dubs. I thought
Yes.
B-dubs was a
Yeah,
different
B-dubs.
restaurant
Yep.
for my whole life. I thought they were two separate places.
I didn't do
Where-
know. Although they still are.
We call
Okay,
it
so you can
BW3s
still
out
buy
here.
one apparently. For those of you that wish to have one, you can still buy one.
Wait, Cottage Inn and Hungry Howie's aren't everywhere? I thought Hungry Howie's was everywhere.
Made some
Nope.
dolls.
I don't even know what that
made
is.
by
What the
a
fuck
very
is
Nope.
that?
special
Really?
person.
They're all-
So
They're super like big pizza places
So,
here. What the
so-
fuck?
I-
Never heard of it.
Up
Nope.
and
I
down
didn't-
The entire.
Go ahead. go ahead. I've been
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Up and down the entire West Coast, there's a restaurant chain called BJ's, and that's so funny to me.
yeah.
Where do you
Yeah,
So-
I've heard of them.
Yeah, so I didn't know what
Ah,
B-dubs
they're-
was called until it might be a military thing, because I didn't know about it until I joined the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So I had to literally ask them like, "Where's B-dubs?" And they're like, "Oh, it's right there." And I'm like, "Oh, you're talking about the Buffalo Wild Wings? Yeah, B-dubs." I'm like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, we call.
I'm
it
so
BW.
dumb.
B-dubs?
Yeah,
What?
B-dubs. B-dubs.
Dang.
Be-
BW.
because it's
So,
because it's
yeah, B-dubs.
B-W. So B-dubs. Because you get a dub means you get a W in
Wow.
gaming culture.
Yeah, BVV.
I don't think B-dubs is that good.
Thing.
Holy shit, what did I just
Holy
catch?
shit, I see that all the way over here, dude.
What
Caught
did
a
I
whale.
do?
Who is that? Who
That's
is
a
that?
whale.
That's me.
That's a whale of a good time.
Well,
God.
That thing is ginormous. It's bigger than the
It's
pier,
200. It's
Wait, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see, I want to
Hold
see, I
on.
want to
It's
see.
27 meters. If I'm reading
Hold on,
this
let's see.
correctly. 27
How
meters.
do you
So
go
bad
in?
for the-
27.3615 meters.
Carl's Jr.'s and Hardee's. I never heard of that.
I know of
Never had.
Hardee's and Carl's
Here.
Jr.'s. It is Hardee's and Hardee's Jr.'s where I'm at.
Oh.
We have a
Or
place
Denny's.
called Culver's.
My
here.
screen is so
No, it's not
big.
Denny's.
Culver's is so
hang on.
good. Next time I go.
How did I fit that in my pocket?
Dude.
I love
They
it.
don't have
You have
Culver's where I am.
Don't worry.
Let's just be
Big-
It's a
glad.
Midwest. It's a mid thing.
Yeah. Let's just be glad that we have infinite pockets.
Yeah.
We don't have Jack in the Box. We don't have In and Out. We don't have Hardee's. We don't have
I can't
Carl's
even see it on
Jr.
my entire screen.
I think we have In and Out
Holy
So
cow!
good. He's a big
never had
boy.
one.
I'm
here.
barely
you guys have
moving.
Marco's Pizza?
Yes,
No.
we
Never
do.
heard of it.
I think
Okay.
I think the business, some of the locations have closed down recently because of COVID.
I was like, I know it's a
probably.
big thing where I'm at, but I once again thought that like Cottage Inn, Marco's,
Well,
Jets, all that. I thought that
so-
was all over the U.S.
so what's funny is that Marco's used to be really good and used to have really good pizza, and now it doesn't anymore. because
Do you guys have
they start getting I caught a blue whale. It just said whale.
just a whale? That's it.
It's just called a
wait,
whale
we have
in game.
We have a pizza place called Gino's East. Do you guys have that?
Nope.
Okay.
Dark, I
Do-
don't think I've ever been to Culver's. I'm
Do
sorry,
note the pizza
So
restaurants
good.
that we have are the 3 common chains, such as Papa John's, Domino's, and Pizza Hut.
but love.
Same.
And then we have very small chains around that I don't even know if anyone else has because they're like mom and pops shops and such. So
Yeah.
Shay makes that a blue whale though. It just says whale. That's all it says.
A
I don't
beluga.
I don't know what it I don't know what you're
A hammerhead.
I don't know what to do. The game just calls it a whale. Although that is the
whale.
although out of all of the whales, the blue whale is probably the
Sperm
stereotypical
whale.
whale that we see.
Whip.
Unless you're like used to Moby Dick and then it's the sperm whale.
The sperm whale.
Oh, do you guys have Big B's?
No.
Big
I've
B's
never heard of it.
Pizza or
Oh.
The coffee shop.
no.
Nope.
We just got
Really?
Starbucks.
We have
And
Starbucks
Wexford.
and Dunkin'. That's it.
And Dunkin', yep.
You got a Waffle House?
Dude,
Yes,
Big
yep.
B's is like the cheaper version of Starbucks up here. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
ours
I
is
thought that was
Dunkin'.
everywhere. We have Dunkin' too. Maybe they might just be to my state. Because I was
You
like,
guys-
I was texting my boyfriend. I was like, what the fuck?
You guys have Cold Stone Creamery or Baskin Robbins?
Mm,
Yeah.
I do know where a
Cold
Cold Stone is, but I don't think there's one in my town. We're doing fine. We're having fun.
Good.
We're talking about
Good
random
shit.
stuff. Thank God that we're not talking about
Dark,
other
my
stuff.
mind is being blown.
Oh, I found the
I
stingray.
realize
I found the
everywhere.
thing that killed Steve Irwin.
Oh,
God,
fuck,
man.
next time Ethan visits, I have to take him to all these places now.
Carl's Jr. I can't wait to go and have once I visit California.
Oh yeah, the
I'm gonna
Waffle
go
House
to
found
Off-
it.
I'm gonna go to Off Kai
found
one
its
of these
new
years and just
host.
eat a bunch of fucking fast food.
Waffle House has
As you should.
found its new. What are you talking about? I don't even remember that trend at all.
Waffle
Burrito
House. has
King.
found
Waffle
its
House is
new
notorious
host.
for
Wanna get back to
having
work? Okay,
bad
Rabbit.
fights.
Thanks for dropping by.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
That-
known for being very like.
that does not
Wow, crazy
happen
and
at the
hectic.
Waffle Houses that I'm at. I have just been
Probably
into an
Bye, y'all.
ad,
Hopefully
so
see y'all in about 3 hours. Okay.
3 hours.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day at
Have a
work.
good day at
Work
work.
right now.
I made sure.
The big joke, at least with my understanding of it, is that Waffle Houses are places with PvP enabled.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yes, but technically it's PV. Sometimes I've
Oh,
noticed,
fuck,
and
is
I'm
that
like,
Taco John's.
it's
Taco
mostly
John's. I don't know Taco John's.
Neither do I.
PV. Sometimes it's PvPVE, which means you have to worry about other
I
things that are around.
Yeah. I see that's mainly at night though. It's not like morning walk.
I've noticed
I
it's
feel
like
that's the
it's
time
either
for
like
later
early in the
shifts.
morning or very late at night when those stupid fights
Yeah.
happen, and they're usually
What about
drunk.
Long John Silver's?
Nope, don't have one.
I love Long John Silver's.
No, wait, I take that back.
I
I think
never-
we do have one. I think we do have
We
one.
have
Love
one in the
them.
middle of nowhere.
They're
Uber
not
Awesome
the
might be able
best
to
food,
tell me
but
if we
I
do
love
have
them.
one, but I think we do have one. If we do.
You
He,
go to Big John's and get
I
Verner's
missed
when you're in
something.
Michigan.
I didn't see it.
Big John's.
Verner's is so
Thank you for the
when
stuff,
you're in
Carol.
Dude.
Michigan, we have Verner's and it's a ginger ale, and we all
I
just
found a
like
Marla.
consider it medicine.
yeah,
When
do.
you're sick up here, you drink Verner's.
Oh, okay, I
Well,
figured we did.
When you're sick here, you drink ginger.
I don't think
ale,
I've
so
act-
I assume
Yeah.
it's
Actually, I may
Yeah,
have went to
it's
Long
like
John
that
Silver's
can be a soda?
once.
Woo!
Although we also have like Joe's Crab Shack, I believe, as well.
Oh yeah.
I've not heard of that.
Or
The only
Red
local-
Lobster.
They're closed down here. We no longer have a Red
Yeah,
Lobster.
they closed down Red Lobster too.
What'd I
bro.
get?
I think
Yeah.
We still
I
have
think
Red
they went
Lobster.
bankrupt.
They closed
think-
our Hooters down.
I think
Yeah,
Hooters
Hooters is
and
going
Red Lobster
bankrupt, too.
both went bankrupt because
Oh,
Let's open the Femboy Hooters.
well it I
I would
mean
say you'd probably have to do it like somewhere in California though. a more,
California it would
to be a West Coast thing.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no
gonna
to gross
say it
chat.
can't be in,
Oh, we
like,
still have
the
2
certain
red
states.
lobsters? I thought they closed down.
Hooters is a titty
What the
restaurant.
fuck did I just catch?
In the politest way of calling it.
It is
That
a.
show
It is
off their
okay.
bodies and
It is
skinny
a. I'm just gonna say it. It is a gentleman's club without it being a gentleman's club.
I'll have a
Yeah.
chicken breast hold the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's women in some. Their mandatory outfits are very skimpy and revealing.
Echo.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but that's
Friendly
just how
fire.
they are. And they're just meant to look
Holy-
pretty and get tips based off how they look.
Yep.
Why are you so big? Oh, oh.
Yep,
Who's
we have
so
Twin
big?
Peaks out here too.
Who's so
Twin
big?
Peaks.
Twin Peaks
Oh,
is just the off-brand Hooters. It's
Jar.
like lumberjack Hooters.
That's the golden manta ray.
Hey!
I'm
Hey,
gonna
nice.
go get my title.
Oh, Twin
Yeah, go get your
Peaks.
title.
Yeah, I know of Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Yiddies.
Is that the name of a restaurant, or do you guys just really like Lynch? I should rewatch Twin Peaks.
I've never seen
I want to go to one. I always want. As soon as I turned 18, I wanted to go to
Literally
Hooters
just murdered
or
a white
Twin
guard in
Peaks,
cold
but it was
blood, and
COVID.
somehow I got a 1,000 bounty on my head.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
not
it is
time.
the
Time for
White
no
Jack
witnesses.
vote.
That's so cute. I love that, Beck. How are you? Welcome in.
There's 2 of them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2.
Great.
To who?
At
To what?
me.
What's going on?
The Bojack meme
Mm.
from View.
You have to be
Beautiful Beck.
very
That's actually
confident
great.
to work at the Owl restaurant. Oh, you have to be very ... confident to work at the Owl restaurant. Okay, yeah, I get
Mm.
you. Crexy, I have something to show you. You have something to show me. What do you have?
Rex,
show me?
hi. I haven't gone at all. I really want to go.
Living and breathing, enjoying fishing with your friends. Yeah, so we're talking about random
It's always scuff.
topics.
We're talking
Yuval-
about like stuff that's in our states.
Network issues detected.
Yeah.
What are you
I thought you were
talking
about to say stuff that's in our brains.
Yeah, stuff that's in. Well, that
I mean,
too.
that works
yeah.
I'm just sort of letting the thoughts spill out, and we're hoping that they're conversation worthy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
All right, failure. I finally sent you an invite because I finally noticed you were live.
I thought I was being excluded on purpose.
No, I finally
no.
decided to notice you were live.
No,
That's
no.
my fault. I didn't do that on purpose. I promise.
Cherry loves to show off the things she.
wow.
Exemplar said, I recall I went to a place called Trophy Chest, and sure, the waitresses were scantily clad, but they also had God tier pizza. Oh, I want to go to that place.
So we
God
had this
tier
place
pizza.
called we had a place called the Tilted Kilt, which was Hooters, but they dressed in
Interesting.
kilts instead. It was
Hmm.
all like
That's actually
acid
cool.
based. Yeah.
Aw.
You
I don't
could
go out to
say
eat a lot,
beta
right?
version of Animal Crossing if it was just fishing.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
surprised that Animal Crossing hasn't
Hmm.
decent. Well, come after this game.
Cherry,
guess
I'm
it's-
Well,
trying not
They
to
can't
say
technically. It's a
anything 'cause-
life sim.
It's Nintendo. Nintendo's a bitch.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
there are
but they
legally
can't
distinct
fully-
differences.
Yeah.
If
It is
there
like
were
copy and paste.
Well, they went after
My
Gmod.
grass
I
is
wouldn't be
eat.
surprised.
Good question,
I never
Gerudo,
saw
because
this
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Turtle
Yep.
pizza.
Turtle pizza. Ooh, don't eat the
Turtle
turtle.
No, pizza for turtles.
Oh.
Turtle
Michelangelo's eating it. Come on, it's gotta be good.
bro.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, how dare they know dark.
I really like when pizza is shown in cartoons and the cheese looks so gooey and stretchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a pizza in real life, and it's nothing like that.
Right?
I mean, you
Okay,
can't
I actually
make
don't like it when it's like
Yeah,
that.
but you
I
have to
don't
use
like it when it's
glue.
super stringy.
You have to use
got a
actual
diamond.
glue,
I didn't know
Or-
you could catch diamonds.
or you have to use mozzarella, I believe. Mozzarella is the
it
cheese
really
that you have
does
to
depend
use.
what
I'm
cheese.
gonna show
I
them.
was gonna say,
You
I'm
gotta-
not a
you
big
gotta
fan
hold
of
it in. You
stringy.
gotta hold it in. It's so good, but you gotta hold it in.
Oh, I think I have an idea of
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, Cinder knows.
I
They
like
actually
Jack's
they
pizza
actually
and just
use
put extra cheese on it.
they actually use glue
Save the hype for the day.
in ads.
We can do.
Oh yeah, you can tell they do because it's all shiny and shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's really cool to actually look into the production of
You can do one of those
advertisements and
reveal
commercials
thingies
and
that
what
they
they do
do
to like mashed
on-
potatoes is used for ice cream most of the
This
time
way,
because it's the same texture and scooped.
Yeah.
In my graphic design class, we had to make a cereal product basically, and sell that. And it was actually a lot of fun because an important part of it was creating the cereal physically in order to take the glamour shots for the cereal box.
Mm-hmm. And don't worry, I already
I
know that
know-
there's a brush called glaze, and we all know what it's not used for.
Glaze.
Oh,
I know for like
I like
cereal and stuff like
glazed.
that, they'll like make the
I like
bowl
shiny
really
beans.
shallow or put something in it so that the cereal sits on top.
Yep.
It actually looks like it's floating a lot better with like glue or something else, a thicker.
They
white
use sometimes they use a thicker product, or they just use
I think
oobleck,
Cherry,
I think.
maybe it would be good
If-
to show one person more, and that's it. Because
Mhm.
you gotta save the hype, and then you can also do like reveals and like build up the hype, and it would be even better when it gets revealed,
Yeah.
right?
I have, Rexario, I have heard of Whataburger. I don't have a Whataburger
That's a-
where I'm at, though, sadly.
A Whataburger.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever been.
I've heard it's like crystals.
Okay, I can look at my own chat now instead of looking at your guys.
Yeah, you can look at your own chat now
Hey.
and see what all the hubbaloo is about.
Too excited.
Yeah, hold it in. You gotta hold that fart in, man.
Oh,
You gotta hold the
heavy.
part in.
Don't worry, I wanted to do teasers for
I've only
for this model
been-
when I was changing over to it. Don't worry, I wanted to tell everybody.
I already forgot.
Yeah,
what
that's-
your
I'm
Really
down,
hurt.
Cherry. I think I know what it is, Cherry. Because you sent me some stuff in the past.
I think I have an idea what it
I-
is. Yeah.
I think Lotus was more paying attention just now. So.
It's fine.
But yeah, some of the
locking in now that there's an ad break.
I don't know
That's
if
the
we
hype
have. I actually don't know if we have a checkers anymore.
Please
Oh,
don't.
Oh,
checkers
we
are
have
so
that
good,
here.
bro. Yeah.
I don't know if we have a
too.
checkers
Their
anymore.
funnel fries are really
Okay,
good.
well, if
Mhm.
if you need to fart, you should probably let it out.
Oh. You guys have a big boys
Cherry,
left
just flip a
around you
coin.
guys?
I don't even know what that is.
Idea. But you can flip a
Uh,
coin.
Yeah, I have.
What was this, you guys? Sorry.
I said, you guys ever? I know Big Boys is shutting down, and they have for years. But have you had one? of those?
We did have a few here. We have
Yeah, like
people
this
that actually
place.
have like the big statues. It's like a burger restaurant, I think. Sort of.
Yeah,
Or
like a
something.
1950s, 1950s style burger.
Oh, we used to have a steak and
like-
shake, which was kind of similar to that.
Oh, I love Steak and Shake, dude.
The issue is their burgers got. Yeah, the issue is
So
that
small,
the burgers got nasty.
tiny.
They just got nasty.
I
I
think
really
they
liked their food growing up. It was so fun to go in and get like the little paper hat in the car that you would build and put stickers
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It made me so happy
No,
as a
it
kid.
was that Steak and Shake or A&W?
Yeah, that was Steak and Shake. Nope,
Oh.
Steak
Like
and Shake.
such an American thing.
A&W might have. I've never went inside of A&W.
Sadly, I live too far out, so I can't like go out and get food because it costs more money to go get it than it, and they can't deliver to my house.
Yeah.
I live way too far
yeah,
from everybody.
ground base. Oh,
No,
At-
I just
at
live out in
this
the middle
day
of
and age,
nowhere
though,
now.
Oh,
This day and age now, fast food is almost the same price as like a sit-down place. It's
I
sad.
know.
it's different from Shake Shack.
There is a single local place where I could get something I'd consider a meal. There's this local bagel place that does it for $5 with toppings, which is
So you call
Very
it
nice.
bagel?
one of those bagels. Yeah.
It might be
Bagels?
similar to Shake Shack, but because Steak and Shake was mainly they were supposed to have like actual steak burgers instead
God, I'm
of.
getting
Oh, was
hungry,
it?
you guys. I'm getting
Steak burger.
I know, same.
What is that?
It was just a. It was supposed to be a. It was supposed to be a thicker patty, is what it was supposed to be. Supposed to be a thicker patty burger, and then you were supposed to be able to also get shakes there because they used to make really good shakes, but everything's now like
Yeah, their shakes are
Nothing.
so good.
honestly. I'm now in the mood.
The
It's starting to get warmer outside. Now I'm in the mood for a Blizzard from Dairy Queen.
deal is
Have you guys
very convenient. It's not cheap.
What?
What I really like. Do you guys have fazoli's?
No.
Not Fazol. I got something called what the hell? It's from out of Chicago. Portillas.
Oh, I was just saying,
Y'all.
fazoli's is like a cheaper Olive Garden.
Oh,
Are you sure
oh,
it's-
it's different. Okay.
Yeah, we have
Olive
Five
Garden's
Guys.
now, bro.
I have a
Garden's
Five
so-
Guys in my area, but Five Guys it's
Oh, yeah, so do
super
I.
expensive.
So expensive, dude. It's like $9 just for a base burger.
That is their basic burger, and that's with
Nothing on it.
no toppings on it.
Exactly.
That's not including the
Crazy.
fries either.
To be
Ford
fair, even
Garage
when
is
you get a
really
small
good but
fry,
expensive.
in my experience, when you get a small fry at Five Guys, they still fill the entire bag up with fries because
Yeah,
you
which
spend
is
so
cool,
much
yeah.
on that burger.
Yeah.
They are
did you
they do
you
have
guys-
delicious burgers.
Did
Not
you
gonna
get?
lie.
Did they do the peanuts around you guys? Like the bags
Yeah.
full of peanuts?
Yeah,
I
they
think
they have a
used to.
they have
we
a
get that
big
Texas
Bags full of what?
Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, Texas Roadhouse.
Texas
Oh my
Roadhouse.
God.
Yeah,
They
they
don't do them on the
Dude.
floor anymore, but
So-
they're just in little baggies.
so yeah
Oh
so
yeah, it used to be
Texas
all over the floor. Oh my God.
yeah
Childhood
so
unlocked.
Texas Roadhouse and Five Guys still have warnings of if you are allergic to peanuts, please do not walk in this restaurant. You will die.
Because they
Mm,
cross
that makes
contaminate.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, I also
Well, it's
thought
because
Five
you will
Guys-
die if you're super allergic to it.
I also thought
Five Guys is a
was,
scam. I mean, you're not technically wrong, but isn't every restaurant a scam?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, like
yeah,
a Big
They're
Mac
Ford
meal.
Garage
trying
is
to
so
turn a
cool,
profit,
but
so no
expensive.
matter
A Big
what,
Mac meal
it's
is
gonna cost-
$13 now, bro.
That's
What
a
the-
scam.
What, the Big
McDonald's
Mac?
has always been expensive though.
I think
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Like
everything is
it hasn't been
now.
cheap since I was a kid. They've been
dollar
expensive
menu
for a
back in the
minute.
day. I used to get 2 McChickens and 2 McDoubles, and it was less than $5.
I worked while McDonald's changed
Oh
the
my
price of the
God.
pops to not be $1 each anymore. And I had so many people
Yeah,
pissed at me as a cashier, and I'm like, it's out of my control.
But yeah, it's not like
I can-
they no longer have a $1 menu. It's now $2 or $3 menu, I believe.
Yep.
It's buy one get one for $1.
Why are you talking about it like you're advocating for Five Guys to be the same type of restaurant as Hooters?
Oh my god.
I mean, if
Hooters
you're gonna
food
pay
wasn't
for
even
them, you
good.
might as well get all of them, right? Otherwise, you're
We had
not getting what you paid for.
we have Ford's Garage. It's out in Detroit, and it literally is like to the walls full of fucking like automotive stuff. They have cars inside the restaurant above the bar. The like bathrooms have like car parts for sinks and shit. But it's so fucking expensive. The burgers were like $20+
Holy
about right.
shit.
We took Funk for his birthday. Me, AC, and Insert.
So
When we were
they
out.
opened
that's
up
nice.
they opened up a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in Chicago.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
And I went there
I'm
for my
surprised.
birthday last year, and it was the most overpriced shit I've ever seen. in my life.
Well, yeah. You,
horrible.
you know what you're paying for? A brand.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Who would have thought?
Project said
I
working
think
for an
somewhere.
employer.
Yeah, there
inherently means
is,
you're not getting the
Bond.
true value of your labor.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yep.
Well, in order
No,
for
you're
a
right.
business to turn a
revolving
profit,
sushi bar is also really good.
you have to be giving them surplus value somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I never asked what kind of Japanese restaurants or food do you guys go to?
I go to it is called Cora, I think. Let me double check. I have the app.
I got-
It's a revolving sushi bar, and it's throughout the whole U.S.
I have a
Very good.
few.
Oh, okay.
I have a few. Kyoto's is one, and I don't remember what the other one
I have a
was.
Kyoto's as well. I have a
There-
Kyoto.
there's one. We have a.
My bad.
Huh?
Cirque says he goes to my house for Japanese food, and it's not wrong. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Leo's Coney Island is so good. I'm pretty sure I took Ethan and D-Type there for just to like eat. It's like it's a Coney Island sort of thing, like a
Mm.
little cafe sort of thing. The food's really cheap. Everything's under $15. Most of it's around $10 for a sandwich or whatever. Like
Yeah,
moderate
Cherry, I'm
price.
in the same boat. Like
So
I have one
around-
that's local to me, and it's a chain in my city. But they basically do like all Japanese food, and it's
Mhm.
like you check what you want, and they just bring it to you, and it's really good. Like
That's how it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
we-
how they do it in Japan, pretty much.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to
I
remember
get that,
because
Rex.
we have
Might
another
love
one that's
these.
actually a sushi grill and bar, I think, where they actually do like
It's like
the
a hibachi.
yeah hibachi grill. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
we
those
have
are
one
good.
that is a hibachi grill. I just don't remember what it's called. We have one in town. We have another one that's in town that's pretty new. Just got giant squid, apparently.
Kamikaze Hibachi Benihana.
Probably. I
Yeah,
have no clue.
Canada only has restaurants that dox you. What the hell? Yeah.
Damn, now I want to make
Myers
some
near me does
katsu.
sushi.
When I go to Akihabara, I want to go to one of those restaurants where you just take them off the plate and it's like a little fucking train
Yeah,
thing.
revolving sushi bar.
Yeah, I want to go to one of those. So
Yeah,
bad.
they have them in the U.S.
Do
They're
they?
just
Yeah.
rare.
that's
They're
what the
very
one I
rare.
went to, Kira Sushi.
Yeah, they're just very rare right
They
now.
might have one in your city, actually, Shikai.
Secure?
Let me see.
Oh, Chicago? Yeah, they might.
So many around where I live, but then again, I don't know if I want to say that.
We don't have
Yep,
like.
they have them out
Robot
where you're at.
restaurant? I've seen those before.
Yeah, no, actually, Kira Sushi has a robot that brings you your drinks, and you order like food on a tablet.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap too. They have like big ass authentic bowls of ramen for $10 with like the noodles, the egg, the meat, and everything in it.
$10.
It's really fucking good. Each plate
That
is
is nice.
plate of sushi is about $3 for 1 to 4 pieces, depending on the roll.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
about.
So
Good price.
Japan is like what? Like 90 yen for.
it'll be a lot cheaper in Japan, being
Ooh, around there.
right now.
They have
Some-
such good food for so cheap, dude.
The
Although I will say this, every single time I go to a Japanese restaurant, they just give you so much rice.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but yeah, they're trying to fill your belly for the.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, Klon, but if you work at a restaurant, they might not pay you. Because they don't pay the robots that work in restaurants now.
They
Yeah,
should be.
They just shove a pork up their ass and say goodnight.
I think in Japan they
I wanna go to a
are.
food trip so bad.
They're paid? Okay, that's good.
In Japan they are.
Okay.
Because it's meant for people who
Justice!
because
Exactly!
because it's meant for people who are unable to like actually move to still get a working paying job.
Oh yeah, they have some. They have
Remember-
some people that are like
Yeah,
control the robots and talk to people.
Yeah, remember, Japan is
Oh.
technically farther ahead in time, but it's so backwards in its thinking still. And some of its thinking.
Yeah, it
Bro,
has some
So
like.
I just saw a little
issues
mini
and stuff.
documentary about the dangers of Japan. And one of them being out at night in the red light district with all the women, dude.
It's still so much safer than the U.S.
I mean,
It's still insanely safe compared to
Yeah.
the US.
Oh, yeah.
except a
But,
lot
like,
of
them-
except
them
a lot
coming
of
after you for your money. You know what I mean?
well,
Like,
it's not
they
just
want to
that,
get
but
paid.
also a lot of restaurants don't allow foreigners in them. They only allow Japanese.
Yep,
like
there
it's
is,
segregated as
There
well.
is a
Still,
lot of racism against foreigners. Or I don't know if racism is the correct
it's
word, but-
racism technically.
See your
Yeah.
plate of food.
It,
I
it,
wanna
It's
go to the-
xenophobia.
I want
the
to go to the
one
muscle bar and
thing-
get slapped, bro.
if you want to be safe as a traveler in Japan, there's one place that you can always trust, and that's 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cabinis.
Yeah.
The cabinis.
Family market, dude. I want family market chicken so bad, bro.
Actually,
I want to go to a Lawson so bad the last
Yeah,
time
that's-
I went.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually did
Goon roll,
hear
peach cobbler,
today,
ooh.
Yeah.
like a lot of the prices in Japan are going up because of over tourism.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I bet.
I bet.
Yeah.
There's
I would
probably
not
gonna
be
be.
surprised.
COVID,
especially with
during
the
COVID, you
conversion
couldn't even
rate.
go to their country, right?
Yeah. You couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they in general are pretty specific on letting people in. Like they were closed off for years. Like it was
Yeah.
very isolated.
You still really can't get into Japan without like a legitimate reason, right now. Still,
Yeah.
Like if you have a criminal record, you can't go, right?
pretty much.
Probably
I
would
think it
affect
makes sense to make things more expensive for tourists because obviously you want the people to actually
Mhm.
live there to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if your restaurant has different prices for English menus, that's a little bit like
Mhm.
I don't know.
That's
If you guys want to feel hungry, look at what Cherry dropped in chat.
God damn it! I'm already
Oh, God.
hungry.
I know, right?
Oh,
Oh, that looks so good, Cherry.
Ooh,
Can I
that
post it
does
in the
look
food
good.
channel? Or could you post it in the food channel too?
Oh my god! I want that food so
It
badly.
looks so good.
God damn it!
Yeah, Cinder, you're right.
That
It's
tempura
just
looks
a shit ton
amazing.
of
But yeah.
Isolation.
I mean, but here's the thing: a lot of
imperialist.
so here's the thing: a lot of countries actually hike up their food for foreigners.
Yeah, that's how we do
So-
it. here in
Yeah.
America.
It makes sense. Well, I'm just saying, like other countries besides just America do hike up their
But it wasn't-
prices, but it wasn't
Um,
always that
I
common.
guess it makes sense though if like most tourism in Japan is like English speakers,
Mhm.
then that I guess it could make sense. But
Mm.
I don't know. Like, what if a tourist comes and they actually do speak Japanese? Like,
Then they would get
I
the
don't know.
cheaper prices. because
From
they
what I've
can-
seen most of the time, a lot of people that do speak the language still get taught to in English. At least
Mhm.
from like a lot of influencers.
Yeah.
People that are
Well,
there. There's still like a big
Japanese-
racism thing about it. Like
There's a
you
huge
definitely will get
racism-
treated
There's a
differently.
huge racism problem in Japan.
in
There's
Japan
a
in
huge
general.
racism
The-
problem in Japan. There are other places where there's a
places-
racism problem. I don't think Japan is just the only place, but out of all of the countries that are
Yeah.
considered more like modern countries, Japan is the worst.
I was like, I'm not gonna say they're gonna be like threat or hurt you, but there will definitely be like discourse and words.
You can't be served those kinds of
also,
things.
it's not like it's all people too. It's
Yeah.
like in any country there is that thing,
Mhm.
right? So
I wonder if I
can't
could
just
pass
generalize
for
a whole
a
like,
Japanese
people.
man if I learn Japanese and squint my eyes a little
be
bit
right
because
back.
I got black hair.
What?
Dude, my whole thing is I would love to go over there, but I'm 6 foot as a fucking woman. I'm gonna tower over everyone, and their infrastructure isn't necessarily meant for super tall stuff
No.
because they're in general are a smaller
'cause of the
like
earthquakes.
race. That is another good
Also.
point. I was just gonna say in general Asians are smaller. That's not like
Earthquakes make them
small,
small.
but like
No, 'cause, like, you
their
can
average height is different
buildings.
compared to the U.S.
Oh, okay.
They actually
their
have
doorways and
very
stuff.
robust architecture because of that.
Mhm.
It is impressive to see like how advanced
Yeah, I think.
that specific part of the emergency response is.
Yeah, I believe in Japan, if you're like over 5'7" or 5'8", it's really hard for you to get a comfortable like motel.
Where'd my frame rate go?
Yeah.
You know, it kind of makes sense because I watch Sea Dog, and he's always got Kaho with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a
Mhm.
as like a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people are racist against him per se, but like
for the most
he's
part.
always accompanied by Kaho.
What are
From
the?
what I've
You can go.
Okay. From what I've heard, actually, despite still experiencing it, people like that who are more public figures have a different problem where people want to talk to them because they're the token white guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One of the other things. Fuck. I lost it for a second.
Also,
Goddamn.
apparently the
Right over.
Japanese people are actually like dying out technically.
Because
Yeah, the
What?
repopulation.
A lot of
Bro,
Asian
People don't want to
countries
repopulate.
Mhm.
have
I
that.
I saw an excerpt where they were saying that they were trying to get men to pay for it to impregnate women
Mhm.
because of the
What? Where?
In Japan, because it's a
In
huge
Japan.
problem.
Japan
That-
has very they
Japan
have
has
a
a
lot of,
very low
issues.
birth rate.
yeah, because people don't want to have kids right now, especially there's
Well-
a big thing currently in Japan with the
Lois, you got
older
the chat
generation versus the
Yeah.
what I do. Oh, Siri, yay!
Yeah. And it-
With the older generation and their values versus new generation,
Mhm.
like a lot of the women and men in the new generation are as old-fashioned,
Yeah.
I would say. They still have the values, but they're not as strict with it. Like tattoos, old generation versus new is very drastic. New generation
Yeah,
doesn't mind as much, but the old generation will be judgmental.
It's also
So-
an
so
issue
you and I-
of like old generation no longer need to work for anything, and young generation now needs to work like 5 times harder just to get the same amount of money.
pretty small whale.
that is tiny.
That's a whale.
Damn, Cookie, you were reeling that one in for a hot minute.
I was.
Uh,
Oh my god.
sexual. It's been good. I've seen a few actually about like, Japan is not very how do I say this nicely?
Average
It does not
size.
have a big acceptance
Mhm.
for LGBT stuff. So
That
there's a
too.
few things
Really?
in documentaries and very
The-
no, they are not.
The old
for-
generation
wow.
absolutely detests it.
Yeah.
Like the old generation here in the United States, who I can't wait for
Yep.
them to just go bye-bye so that we can...
Oh. On the opposite side of that, though, I do know one of the main things that people are very controversial about is wearing traditional Japanese clothing. But the
Mhm.
old tradition and new love seeing foreigners wear it
Yeah.
as long as they're respectful in it. But a lot of
Why
people
doesn't
are like, "Oh,
anyone-
you're like stealing their culture if you wear it." No.
Why doesn't anyone want to have kids in Japan? Because 90% of the time, the one single apartment
There's a lot of
Not big enough, yeah.
is not big enough for having a kid.
Isn't the cost of
I would
living
also say-
horrible?
Yes,
Nothing.
effectively.
Nothing in the world right now.
I don't know the cost of living. But
is-
I know the work culture is horrible.
Hmm.
Nothing in the world right now is conducive to having a child. There's no incentive or benefit to having a child other than like, okay, I'm gonna produce my heir or whatever
Yeah.
and continue my
Yeah.
line. That's literally it.
Yeah, that's also an issue right now of why a lot of young people aren't, because it's like, why
Well, that's why I'm
why
broke
why
right
should
now.
I spend $7 million on a kid now? Because by the time you're done, you'll be spending about that much when they're
One of
18.
the other ones. Japan has a very unique bullying style as well. Japan schools are really fucking hard. They're really good in some aspects. They teach you a lot of responsibility. Like the students themselves clean the whole school. They don't hire janitors and stuff.
Hammerhead.
Hey, look
They're
at that.
very good with like a lot of like skills in that aspect, but their bullying is very unique. Where like you'll see in like like TV shows such,
Mhm.
they will decimate the student's desk and put flowers and traditional like stuff that you'd see when someone dies on a student's desk to bully them, practically
Mm.
saying that they don't want
Oh
them
yeah,
around anymore.
I've seen some anime, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good obviously, but it's very unique to see how it is in different cultures.
Yeah.
I caught a fish. I'm not sure I caught a fish.
There's
was
also
like one of those
It's a tiny
Pixelated things?
clownfish.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did
And I'll-
Cherry say?
Yeah, and also, what the fuck?
Cherry
What?
said in Japan, children's backpacks rent a stereo. Their bags can be almost $400 USD, but can be used. All their education are built to be useful in both earthquakes and floods.
Well, that's also an issue
Most
with Japan.
Japanese schools also require you to join a club or extracurricular in some places. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
There's also, if I remember correctly, I lost my train of thought now. There was something that I was remembering about it, and then it just went away after I was starting to read stuff. So, oh, the kimono. That's what I was talking about. Actually, many cultures, if they're of the culture, they do not care if you wear their stuff because they think that it's cool that
It should
you're
be flattering.
You're
Yeah.
it's they're
as long as
flattered
it's
usually.
respectful.
And it's usually the keyboard warriors who are white Tolkien females or males. I'm not gonna that think they know the culture when they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now this is
In-
applicable to Lotus and myself since we bear tattoos that are visible. I heard that you're not allowed in some pool houses.
You
or
are not.
some-
That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
There are certain ones that are foreigner friendly, but most likely what you'll have to do is buy a private bathhouse, and there's
Mhm.
private rooms that you can do,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and that's what most foreigners do.
Is that because of the Yakuza? Is the
Yes.
Yakuza ruin
Yes.
it?
Yes.
A lot of
Okay,
older
okay.
people still believe tattoos are related to Yakuza.
Okay.
It doesn't
Even
help
if you're
that
like foreigners get less shit, I feel like in general for it because they know you're foreign, but it's still is a
It-
sign of like bad.
yeah. They're assuming you're in a gang if you have a tattoo, so to speak.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's so old school way of thinking.
It's
man.
a very old school
Yeah,
way
it
of
primarily
thinking.
is the old ones that own everything. That's why.
As I remember when I was a kid and I
And-
got a tattoo, and the parents are like, "You're never gonna get a job now." Like what?
Well, some jobs will not let you if you try to get a
Bill?
government job.
Visibly
Yes.
show it.
No.
Oh,
They
government
are
job makes sense. Yeah.
They are like, no. And some jobs you'll be wearing long sleeves anyway, so it won't matter.
Right. Yeah.
Although some people may see that you have a tattoo and think that you're irresponsible with money.
Yeah,
I just
I
like
know some
art.
people like
Irresponsible.
health fields get shit for it. If they like your doctors
Mhm.
have tattoos, sometimes people will try to like report them to like.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking dumb.
Not the Better
It also
Business
doesn't help.
Bureau.
Yeah, I will say this. It also doesn't help that the older generation in Japan also live way longer than you would expect. Because they live all the way up till sometimes they're like in their 90s.
What are they putting in the rice?
I don't know. It's just apparently Asians just live
They
longer.
do have normally like healthier diets and stuff, and like the
Mhm.
diets,
Lifestyle, so
They also eat.
They
They
are
also
also a
have
lot of-
much smaller portions than they do here in the U.S. Oh, I have no bait
I was
anymore.
gonna say they also have very like walkable cities, and they get out a lot more. Well, in America, we do not have like walkable infrastructure at all, unless you're in like New York,
New
maybe,
York
like,
or
Chicago, like,
Chicago
really big
or
cities.
If you live in
sometimes
specific
Detroit.
places.
Sometimes
Yeah,
Detroit.
some like maybe downtown Detroit, but
Down-
otherwise not.
The downtown location where I live, yes.
oh, a treasure chest.
Well,
Depending on
I'll just
where
stick
you
to
are
going
in
to
Oregon,
Akihabara then. I'll get all my anime waifus in Akihabara and video games. And
You're
If
you're
you
gonna
do-
have to find somewhere else to sleep, but I do think that you would have a blast in Akihabara.
That's where I plan
uh,
to go the first time. Yeah.
If you're going
yeah, I
there,
heard not. Yeah.
I would recommend if you could
Sleep outside of the city. Yeah.
Capital.
if you could,
I
I think
would sleep in
you
the
should
capsule.
also go to Diver City in Odaiba, just
Hmm.
because I think you'd want to see Gundam Base.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I would really.
Well, that's funny to know.
recommend if anyone does plan on going to Japan, obviously hit your like big spot. Like pick like depending. Let's say you have like a 5-day, you're gonna be in Japan. 2 days are gonna be getting on and off, right? Hit like maybe Tokyo, Kyoto, maybe Akihabara, but go to some of the side cities because as like the main cities are big, they have foreigner traps obviously, but the side countrysides and stuff, it might be a little harder to talk, but they'll have more shrines and stuff like
That's-
that, and more
yeah, and I
actual
do
cultural
really wanna-
stuff.
Yeah.
One of the big things I really want to do if I ever go is there is a village in Japan where they all reenact from the Edo period, and you get to dress up as well and get to be
What?
like a part of the Edo culture. So you can be a
Nice.
samurai,
I
geisha,
love the Edo period.
like just town folk stuff like that. It's like how we have historical reenactments here, but obviously for their time period, they show you how to do archery, some sword fighting, stuff like that.
Is that
If-
the same town where they blocked off a specific road from tourists, and tourists are still trying to come in because they keep on
That's
trying to take people of traditional, like people wearing traditional
pretty sure that's the-
clothing?
I do know what you're talking about. I don't know if they're the same, but yeah, there were geishas and stuff like that, which are these like very like high position. I don't know what correctly how to say it, but they are. You're not supposed to film them. You're not supposed to take photos. You're supposed to be very polite. You can like wave at them, but like they're meant to like be there, look proper. That's their job. And people were being disrespectful and taking photos and stuff, which
Of
you know.
course. Cherry,
Love
fun fact:
disrespectful
any phone
foreigners.
in Japan is by law built with a shutter sound when you take pictures. I wonder why.
Yeah.
You're also not supposed to point. You're supposed to use Lego hand if you want to
Lego.
show some. Yeah. All
Oh,
like.
Lego
I
hand,
was
I know what
pointing
you
in the
mean.
U.S.
Yeah.
as well. When I was a kid, you'd get yelled at if you pointed at stuff. I have a bad
Yeah.
habit of pointing.
I feel like that's just what we do now. It's like
Mhm.
I don't know, just
One
human
thing-
nature at this point.
One thing I will say for anyone who is planning on visiting Japan, make sure that you familiarize yourself with the difference between shrines and temples. They're very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Also, you have to. So I'm someone that dresses more revealing. Please, if you are going to go to a sacred area, temple, shrine, whatever, grab a jacket, cover yourself up. It's
Also,
just
I'm
to be
gonna write-
respectful.
It also depends on when
Yeah.
you go to if you're going to be wearing
Hey!
appropriate clothing.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have to worry that much at a temple, but
Mm-hmm.
shrines, on the other hand,
Hey.
very much the case.
Just
Yeah.
in
You're
general.
not
it's
even
better to be on the
allowed to take
respectful side.
pictures in certain places.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense. It's it's like going into a church here and taking pictures of the church.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that weird.
Well, here's the thing. Some
Yeah, I also
churches
so
actually.
that might be.
Well, no. Some churches are still in the U.S. Still have the thing of do not take pictures. You are not supposed to take pictures. It is a place of worship. That's
Yeah.
it.
Some, not all.
Not all of them, but most of the many of the one if you're in a small town and all that, they don't want you to take pictures.
Yeah, as I say,
They catch up with
I
chat.
never.
A lot of
I don't know.
people
A lot
chatted
of
just
mine
now.
have-
Well, I'm reading your chat, which is what's happening.
I'm locked the fuck in on this
It's all there.
conversation right now.
I missed
Us
the
shreds
chat.
are proud of you,
Klondike
heart.
said, it's highly personal. Yeah, raising a child is very complicated and expensive, and many people have difficulty reconciling the work-life balance when kids get thrown into the mix. I want them for personal reasons, but I can't really blame anyone for not wanting them, no matter where in the world they are. And said it's a very personal decision.
Mhm.
Yes.
There's a lot of weird things you can also do in Japan. You can rent a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a father, a mother, a sister for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of I think it's fun. Like it's to
You can
help with
also-
obviously people that have like
Loneliness. It's to help with
Loneliness.
loneliness.
Yeah.
That's
loneliness.
because apparently in Japan a lot of
Men-
people get, and
yeah,
especially
yeah.
men, get lonely.
That's why the suicide
Yeah.
rate was high with men between age 25 and 38.
I wonder why.
A great show that I actually love that talks about so a lot of the suicide also besides loneliness is the work culture in Japan is horrible. Let's
Yep,
just be upfront.
yep.
Agretzko. It's a show on Netflix. It talks about specifically the woman's view of being in Japan in the workplace and how stressful it is and the misogyny and everything that is put forth. It also talks about arranged marriages and cultural stuff like that in it too. It's very good.
Yeah.
I love Agresco. That's
I think-
he's probably my
Dude.
favorite Sanrio.
Yeah, I
character.
think Cherry's got a
mine, yeah.
point.
Right.
I think Cherry's got a point. We need to go back to a time where it wasn't normalized to take pictures of everything, and even more posting it on social media.
Dude, that's what I'm
especially if
saying.
it
Like,
contains
I'll
people.
go to a
Exactly, yeah.
concert. I'll go to a concert, and me growing up in a concert, you were there to have fun, not analyze the song, just have fun and party. And I go to a concert now, and everybody's fucking filming it, and it's insane to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you see a film that has
Yeah.
all the phones in it.
Yeah, dude.
Last time I went to a concert, I pulled out my phone once to do the lighter thing because I didn't have a lighter, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's acceptable, yeah. But like everyone filming the entire concert on their fucking
Yeah.
phone
Yeah.
or Snapchat story, like, dude, come on, enjoy it.
Yeah, Garuda
Maybe
King
that's
said.
boomer me saying that.
Garuda
But
King on
that
my
was
YouTube
because-
says.
I don't know if it's like a little short video, but if it's the whole thing, that's a lot.
Yeah. Garuda King on
Especially
my
since
on
it's,
my
like,
YouTube
very
says
different from
arranged
real
marriage should have
life.
died out ages ago. I don't think it's actually
Well,
still a
concerts
thing.
are so expensive
Yeah,
nowadays too.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Concerts are expensive. I haven't been to one, and that's probably because I just don't
Yeah,
have the money to do it.
If you
I
have
paid,
fewer
I
people,
think-
yeah, don't go.
$150 to $200 for 2 tickets to Ghost when they came out, and I'm in like the back seats of the stadium.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
When I
And
was
that.
young-
My first concert, this I was like, I'm not paying too much. I just want to see if I like it or the environment.
Especially
Yeah,
For
it
me-
is, if you-
too,
For
like Cherry
me,
said. That was another thing.
anything that's over $100, it's like I have to be doing something that's luxurious, and I gotta know I'm gonna like it if it's gonna be over $100. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, I actually need to go buy a new chair one of these days.
On
Maybe
Cherry's
chair.
comment, Cherry said the biggest PMO is when concerts people were told explicitly not to film, and people are filming and posting ruined everything for people who want to enjoy because I'm pretty sure things changed after that. The concert I'm going to literally told us in the description they're taking phones and putting them in bags.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Like, you're-
that's how it's. I mean, it shouldn't be like that, but people ruined it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
they don't want people filming
it-
it because Ghost does specific things per concert
Well-
because whenever they do tours.
Yeah,
like,
it's
they do
also
secret things.
Yeah.
yeah, it's also
the
one of
live
those
experience.
things.
You're paying for a unique show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sender said it takes a few bad apples to ruin the batch, and I'm like, technically true because it does. It's never the 99% that you need to worry about. It's that 1% who will ruin
Yeah.
the good thing for everybody. And that's something I learned in the
Mhm.
military. As soon as the 1% decides to do something stupid,
Oh
now
yeah,
the
because everyone
whole
gets fucked over, doesn't it?
99%, yes,
Monkey see, monkey do, monkey pee all over you.
yeah, effectively.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
It's something.
Dang, I never heard that.
Talking about bad apples. I don't know how many of you guys like Renfish, fairs here. There's a thing in Ren Fair culture called trinket trading. If you like someone's outfit or vibe, you give them a trinket you made. It could be like a little plastic duck, a little heart, a bead, bracelet, something just cute, unique, right? There were people going around giving, I'll just say, substances as their trinkets, and got it banned at my Renaissance Festival because a child got a hold of it.
Trading weed for trinkets.
Yeah, that sounds
Damn.
like bad.
Cherry, me too. I want to go to a Renver so bad.
Same. I would love to go to a Ren
oh my
Fair,
God.
but
I've been to one, and it was the most amazing time I had in my life.
We don't have one
so
where
now-
I am.
Sark was
Yeah, I
there.
gotta go pretty far from
No,
one too.
you guys keep talking about it. This is confirmation that it definitely happened. You guys definitely were at the same red.
Oh,
And you didn't know?
My
Oh, that's great.
I didn't know Dark at the time.
Oh, okay.
Nice
But don't
person,
get me
have
funny
some
because,
pride. No way!
It's a
my
little funny, but no. Primarily, it was most likely marijuana gummies because
Oh,
where
yeah.
we're at, it's legal here.
More than likely, it was that, which is highly possible.
But still,
But yeah, it's still it's still bad when things like that happen because it's like, come on, you knew not to do that, and yet you still did it. But it wasn't
Yeah,
against the
it's,
rules. I don't give a shit if it's not against the rules. If it's not,
so
So
people
people do-
still do
That is
trinket
so-
trading here, but they will
Mhm.
hand you something and say it's not a trinket,
Mhm.
so they don't get in
That is
trouble.
Such an
Yeah.
actual shame because
This is a
whenever I
gift.
go to conventions, I participate in that type of thing.
Yeah, I've had
Mhm.
people come up to me when I was in my blue-eyed samurai cosplay and give me so many trinkets.
yeah. Honestly, one of these, I want to go back to
can't
Dragon
wait to
Con.
go to
I had
WebCon.
so much fun when I went to Dragon Con the first time I went. I want to go again, but I just haven't had the
It's
time nor money
so
to go
fun.
do it. The issue is that it's during
I still
Labor
have
Day.
yet to go to my first con, dude. I still have yet to go.
You should. They're fun.
And now I just
So
told you.
pricey.
And now I
Like
just told you
expensive.
where that I.
Everyone
what
says
I'm
to bring
close
at least a few $100s with you.
Yes, do that
Yeah, you
in
where you live,
cash.
Chica, yeah, they're definitely
In
gonna be
cash.
very
Do
expensive.
not
Yeah,
think you're gonna be able to
absolutely.
buy it in your car. Bring
Yeah, I already
cash.
told everyone when they went with me. You're pulling out money in cash. Do not bring your cards. We're leaving them at the Airbnb and hotel.
Yeah,
That's actually very smart.
Because you will pull out all your money.
yeah. Or
Uh,
they will charge you like an extra like
Oh,
$40.
I see the temptation of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the ATMs are at cons, and they do have like a.
They
Have,
have
like,
like a
$5 or
They have a
$10 withdrawal fee.
$5 withdrawal fee for every single one.
Oh
And if you're
my.
and some of your
Mhm.
and some
want to
banks
off-high with us? I want to.
yeah, and some banks
Some
do
banks
have
the
a
additional fee themselves.
yeah, and some banks do reimburse you depending on which one you go to, but that does not mean that you should trust them. I know my bank does, but that's just because I know my bank.
Rex, I feel you on the planner. The first few times I go to Ren Fair, I block out. I asked everyone what panels they want to see, so I can put alarms in my phone for us to go to panels, have lunch breaks, art room time, all this, because there's so much you can do at a con, and you can easily like have time pass by and miss something that you really wanted.
Yeah. Usually have no money.
Well,
Yeah,
the
that's-
con I had going on here was a bunch of Hoyoverse VAs, and we all know
Oh,
how
nice.
that's going right now.
Yeah.
It- Trust ADMs unless it's
Got
from
to
banks because of the
Sayu
fake card.
Live, that
Yeah,
was
that
great.
is one that you also have to worry
Sayu, bro.
about, Cherry, is that
Oh my
the
god.
banks and stuff.
The card things.
Yeah, the card swipers. And you also have to worry about that during
Oh,
it's card
yeah.
skimmers because
Oh,
you also have to
scary,
worry about
yeah.
that during when you go to like a convenience store and such.
Yep, I check
Yep.
every convenience store I go to.
Oh my.
If
We
I
have,
have the
Blues
cash, I usually
coming
buy
to my con.
buy stuff in cash there.
Red says
convenience
Civil
stores.
War enactments. Reenactments are fun to watch since tourists don't really like going to war stuff.
Yes.
Huh?
we
Yeah.
have
They're fun though.
Actually, everyone, National Museum Day is May 10th, and a lot of museums in the area, at least my area, do free museum days. So I'm going to a historical
Oh, cool.
reenactment for the Civil War specifically, and they're going to show us how to turn butter and stuff for museum.
Nice.
But look at your like local Facebook groups. A lot of places will like
Yeah.
have posters and stuff.
Sadly, I'll be working by then, so I won't have free time anymore.
Oh, no.
Big sad.
Used to volunteer at a local National Historic site. So
Fuck yeah.
I have a lot of experience in that, and every once in a while they hold some big events around like Christmas and summer. I like to go every once in a while and just see what people are up to, and I'm a bit of a dick about it some of the time because I'll probe some of the volunteers about some historical facts.
Yeah,
and
some of the
teach,
some of the
and teach.
some of the Civil War reenactments
I'm
probably
so sorry.
are. Oh, I have no bait. I keep forgetting to go back and buy bait.
I'm like, oh, I'm out of bait. Gotta go back.
I tried to
It's
max
really
out
cool
my.
seeing you at the con last time when you came in by surprise. I was so happy to see you.
Con season is coming up again, so if you want,
Yeah.
really want to,
I want to go to
coming up again
Off-Kai,
soon.
I would.
Can we go? I want to go.
I want to.
I would love to
want
go to more cons, but in my honest opinion, it's that issue of I would just need this to take off to where I can now
It needs
just
to
live
be
off
like
of it.
money and friends.
Yeah.
I get you. I get
I
you.
caught weed.
Cons are not very fun unless you have people to be with. I feel like.
That
Yes.
too, man. I couldn't
Yeah.
do it by myself.
Unless you're cosplaying, then you have everybody coming up to be like, "Oh wow, cool cosplay."
Not always.
That's fun also.
I've
Not-
been in cosplays
All the time.
still late. I was gonna say not really. I've had cosplays where I literally have had people stop and put a I had a line of people surround me, and I've had cosplays where I've only had 2 people come up to me.
It
It
all
very much depends.
it
Good that I
very much
don't cosplay
depends.
Super, super.
I've been given free
uh,
stuff because of what I
characters.
cosplayed.
Oh,
Same.
that's cool. That's
Same.
very cool.
What? I missed it. My bad.
Free stuff
So-
due to cosplay.
Oh yeah.
Last convention I went to, I was cosplaying as a character from a gacha game called Limbus Company, which was
Ooh.
the
Mm.
first time I met a bunch of people who were big fans of the franchise.
Mhm.
Was really nice. I'm actually very proud of the props and pieces that went into the cosplay, even though it was relatively simple design. But it was just nice seeing other people interested the way that me and a lot of my friends were in this thing
Mhm.
that we sort of just talk about like once a week behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It's a really
Well,
good way to connect with people. Also.
Yeah. I would love to go as a con as my VTuber model one of these days.
Yeah, me
but
too.
That's
I
gonna
wanna do
be
it.
for me. That's gonna be a very big
Yeah, you're not wearing
big
much, Crooksy.
ask.
Me is just blue hair, shark tail, and an oversized emo sweatshirt. Boom.
I did that once. I just really liked the idea of walking around in a big red cloak, and I had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
No one knew what I was, but I was comfy the
Yeah,
whole time.
Yeah.
Mine mine is gonna be work, and it's gonna take work.
Yeah, yours would be work, bro.
Cherry,
A lot of work.
if you make a Rose Quartz cosplay, I hope you have very fun with that. That is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say for anyone that knows that show.
That is
What-
a
what show?
very good
Oh.
cosplay.
Steven
to do.
Universe.
Yeah.
I love her design.
Although if I do go
Steven
back,
Universe is a good show.
if I do go back, I'm probably just
Cardboard
gonna.
box for your head. Can I make you one, Klon? I'll make you
I'm-
a cardboard box head.
I'm probably just not gonna be recognizable if I do that because I'll probably be in something completely different. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it won't matter.
I was really surprised. I went as Huntress from Risk of Rain 2 and still had people recognize me. No one asked for photos, but it's so cool when you're in a like more niche cosplay and you can hear
Yeah.
people whispering about your cosplay when you're out and about. It's like, oh my god, yay!
One of these days, I want to try.
Oh.
I want to try wearing the. I want to try looking for like the big brim, like a big brimmed red hat with the red cloak, and see if I can just go as like either a vampire hunter or something, Alucard or Van
I've seen all
Helsing.
of Steven Universe.
I know I
So-
could pull off 2 cosplays because of my looks. I could pull off Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist and Wolf from Trigun.
Mm,
Nice.
Ooh,
I could see
yes.
that. I could see that.
yeah.
Yeah, Rexus and Stefani, which was really cool.
Speaking of, I've always wanted to do a Vash, but that jacket is so
That
Dude, I know.
complicated.
That-
There's like 20 belts on it, bro.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, try like Easy Cosplay or some sites like that. There are a lot of cosplay sites
Yeah,
that have
what's
quite a bit
funny-
of characters.
What's funny is that I heard
Sonny, you got treasure.
I heard a quote. If you have too many belts, you're fantasy. If you have too many zippers, you're sci-fi.
That's so based out.
And then if you get in between those, you're in that weird techno noir vampire style, and that's
Yeah.
not quite right either.
And it's like, wow, I never thought about it that way, but sci-fi does tend to have a lot of zippers for some reason.
I
That's true,
thought about
yeah.
that. That
Oh,
checks out
actually, you're right.
because the style they described is just Vincent from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I have been tempted to go as some of the main characters in like Final Fantasy games, but the issue is
Oh
that
god, Final Fantasy cosplays.
well, most of them are
Oh.
easily doable.
Does that-
Most of
Does
them
that
are.
get you, Cruxy?
No, I'm just thinking about like the intricate designs and all
yeah,
the
they're
details
Well,
that you have to put in.
I mean, some of them you can easily make them as simple as you want them to. It's not like you have to go
That's true,
for
that is true.
all of that.
Wait,
Sorry, you're what?
Mhm.
Rex, did your Heartless Maid outfit get finished? Did it finally
Dang,
get
I
finished?
just realized I could have probably done a Vincent from FF7 cosplay at some point. Wait, I think I just said
no,
his name
the
wrong.
only thing that intimidates me, like, I want to do a Guts cosplay, but the Dragon Slayer sword.
The
is
Dragon Slayer
intimidating to
sword,
me.
you are gonna need to make that out of cardboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was saying, use lightweight EVA foam and a wooden dowel.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
actually, if you do make it out of cardboard, I have a tip if you want. You could also try using foam clay, which holds
Yep.
the detail
Is it
like quite well, and is also very light.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Okay,
also,
yeah, I
if you
figured.
need like
Oh, it was
intricate stuff,
Vincent.
you can get cake molds and put foam clay into the cake molds if you want like the little spirals and stuff for textures. And then
Yeah.
That's a really
Texture
good
the clay.
idea. That's a
I've
really
seen-
good idea.
I've seen how, like, I've seen people make the Buster sword from Final Fantasy out of like straight foam before.
Yeah.
yeah,
That-
EVA
that's
foam is what most
usually-
people use.
Yeah. Okay.
Foam, or if you're going
It's pretty
for
cheap.
super low budget, cardboard.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cardboard is also
I-
easier to work with to make it like super smooth and just like
Yeah.
flat. Whereas foam,
I
you
know some
actually have
people
to like
use-
sand it, like
The-
make it smooth. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
the only issue is that I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the concept art for Vincent Valentine from FF7 or like the newer renditions. He's got a lot of belts. There's a lot of belts on his freaking on his too. He's got 7 belts
Belts
on.
Jojo-
yeah.
Jojo, you have to do the anime version. You have to.
The anime.
Speaking of
I
Devil
really-
May
watch
Cry,
the
it
rest
has
of
it-
that.
Is it? I heard. Okay, so what I've heard from the new Devil May Cry is that it's very adult, but the conversations are very childish.
Oh yeah.
Dante
Well,
is
I mean-
very much DMC1 Dante.
I mean,
Okay,
Dante
okay.
was always like the childish aspect of the game. That was like kind
I
of
just
the
heard
thing.
like the dialogue in general was just childish.
Well, that's
Yeah,
I
Wacky
would-
Wahoo Pizza Man is still Wacky Wahoo Pizza Man.
Is
It's
the
okay.
anime
Yeah,
design the
exactly.
newest? I would think that
Well, I
DMC
would
5
say-
would be the newest design for Dante.
Right.
Well,
The anime just came out like.
I
3
can't
days
believe
ago.
Evanescence made the OP for it.
Oh, they made a
That's
new
crazy.
anime? Because there used to be an
Yeah,
old
yeah,
one.
it just came out.
I would say I did watch the anime, and a lot of people have criticisms of it, but that's mostly people that have already watched or like played the games and like read the comics and whatnot. But if you go into it with like an idea of like, okay, this is totally separate from the actual continuation, then
Mhm.
then it's like it's fine. It's a good time. It's a good watch.
Yeah,
The
because
one
because at
in-
first they had a 2007 production, apparently. Yeah,
what
they
I
had
heard was
2007
bad
one.
about
anything
the
about
new
Devil May
one
Cry.
is that the creator was saying that this is the exact same continuity as the games and that everything is
No.
the same. This is a retelling. That
Why
is
would-
Yeah.
just not true.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Isn't that Sam?
yeah.
It's Sam Dietz that made it, right? The guy who did Castlevania? Or is it a different?
It's a Korean
Studio.
company.
Sure.
Oh, I thought it was Sam.
Adi
Dietz. Oh,
Shanker
okay.
and produced by South
Oh, yeah,
Korean
yeah, yeah.
studio Meyer. Meyer?
Never. Okay.
Mer?
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
Whoa.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, the
like,
new
you don't
anime
have
one
to
is
take
very much a
anything as canon
slick.
if you don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, and I will say this: the new slick design for Dante actually looks really good. in the anime, in the new anime. I'm just
Yeah,
seeing the poster, and I'm
exactly.
like, that's easily doable. That's not something like you have to do. You just need the right jacket, and that's the main thing that you got to find is the
Mhm.
jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a like top dream cosplay list, but they're cosplays that will take like quite a bit of sewing skill, which is like where I lack.
Mhm.
I'm better in like foam smithing and stuff. I really want to do Bayonetta so bad.
Bayonetta.
wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that is
god,
similar
that
to the
one's
feet to her,
so good.
the tall and skinny.
Please, Lotus.
And I
That'd be
want to
amazing.
do I know from Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah,
Strive.
yeah, I could
Mm.
totally see you doing that.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
love both of them.
Speaking of anime, I can't wait for the Guilty Gear anime,
yeah.
dude.
I would have.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I put
Yeah,
I put the link for the anime in media in the streamer support.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'll send it to you later.
I haven't seen it yet. I will say, I wish I could actually do like a Barrett cosplay, but I'm sadly not the right color nor the build. My build is not nearly as big as his.
Oh,
Oh, speaking of build and color, like I've seen a lot of people on cosplay like saying like, yeah, cosplay is for everyone, but it's like you have to like realize that all people can cosplay.
Yeah,
You
they
don't have
can.
to be
Yeah.
a certain size. You don't have to be a certain color. Like if you want to do a
Mhm.
character
as long as you're
and
not
that's what you want to do,
changing
you do
your
it.
skin color, you're good.
Exactly.
Just
No.
No, don't do that.
But the issue is that I'm like, the issue is because if you've seen Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, I think it's his right arm is a Gatling gun arm, and I think they're.
Oh, that would
I'm-
be very hard to.
Yeah. Most people even have
All
the same
around
arm build
the
exact.
con.
I know. Barrett is a rare case where if you look at the old model for Barrett, he's like a sphere.
Yeah.
Wait, Brave.
Um,
If you were to cosplay Barrett, would you hold like have the arm on the whole time in a con, or would you just do it like as like a photo shoot?
More than likely, if I was gonna do it, I'd like whole hog. I would keep it on
as
no
I say,
matter
I
what.
full force
You
it.
commit.
I would commit to the bit to the entire
Just cover it
time.
all.
Let me make sure I'm
That's one thing
I'm making
that I'm-
sure it's the right arm. Barrett. F.
That's one thing I'm scared about cosplaying is like
That's
I'm
wrong
very
one. Barrett Wallace.
less
It's his-
tolerant about clothes discomfort, so I don't
Mhm.
know.
Oh,
Well,
Less,
well,
you know,
Barrett's clothing's very easy to get done. It's just that the prop for his right arm is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
yeah.
Were
Oh,
you
I
gonna
bet.
say, Lotus? You were saying something earlier. Sorry.
That's my problem with Bayonetta is I love her, but once
Oh.
again, I'm tall and a lot of sites they will fit me in I'm weird because I'm tall and very thin. A
Mhm.
lot of sites will fit me in like width, like it will be tight to my body, but it will be like 5 inches away from my like feet,
Yeah.
like the bottom of the pants will be.
Oh.
So I probably have to get custom made,
so-
and also her
Oh.
wig
Do you
Yeah,
sew?
well-
has to be custom made.
Well, that
Barely.
depends. Are you going to go with Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2? Because you could probably
Bayonetta
pull up the
Ooh.
hairstyle with Bayonetta 2. Are you going to wear the like
I
6-inch
want her
heels
OG.
as well?
Yeah, no, I wear fucking platforms all the time.
Okay, I'm just
They're my
making.
daily
I'm just
wear,
asking
so I'm
because
not-
I've known some people who were like, I want to do Bayonetta. I'm like, are you going to wear the heels?
No, I'm for sure wearing the heels. I'll be like 6'6" in them.
Yeah. Well, she is like.
Fuck yeah.
Isn't she like supposed to be like
Yeah.
7? She's 7'6" or some shit like that, isn't she?
She's very tall. Yeah.
I hope
Imagine
so. Because like my problem with
cosplaying
Eno
like
from
that.
Guilty Gear is
Hmm.
she looks really tall. She's only 5'5".
Well, what's
Oh,
It
yeah,
funny?
okay.
upsets me.
What's funny is that Lotus, with your height, you could also probably go with Samus if you decide to just do her armor.
That'd be
Oh.
really
You want-
cool.
You won't even
I've
need to
seen
dye your
Samus.
hair. You
Here's
could
it
just go
or
in
full
the suit. The whole you could do the new suit as well. I would honestly say try to do the dread suit.
That'd be really cool.
Although there's a lot of detail in it, and I know you're good at foam craft, so I think that would be really cool thing to challenge yourself with.
Actually, on that note,
Mhm.
Rex, for anyone who wants to get interested in cosplay, a really good place to start is understanding that you don't need a one-to-one understanding of the character as long as you resemble it.
Hmm.
And if you're having some troubles trying to understand what that looks like, I want you to look up Disney bonding, which is this thing that started to spread really far, especially in Disney parks, because
adults aren't allowed to wear costumes at the parks because they will
Mhm.
get mistaken for cast members. So, in order to get around that, what people will do is try to find different ways of organizing outfits in order to appropriately theme or fit characters in a way that isn't violating the rules of the park that you spent money to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something that you got it because I understand why they do that, and it's just because Disney has a whole bunch of people who are walking around at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Also, someone thinks it's another actor, and that person that's pretending to be a princess or dressed like a princess says something vulgar or something. The parents might get upset, and the kid might think the character is vulgar.
mm-hmm.
I know it's another big thing.
Not Elsa.
I
Faye
would love to do
Valentine?
sameness. The reason I haven't thought of
No, I'm trying to think of Faye Valentine, to be honest. My mind is hello? Did I lose the connection to Discord? Oh. Hey chat, can you guys still hear me? Chat, can you still hear me? Okay, my Discord died. Loud and clear? Okay, I'm just making sure, because Discord died on me. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and I'm gonna see how if I can fix this. I also have to go do some other stuff as well. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out what's going on. Okay. Oh. Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no. Trying to get Discord working real quick. Hmm. Okay. While we wait for Discord to come back. Yeah. I'm trying to come back, I promise. Wasn't planning on getting off until a little bit later today anyway. I've only been streaming for about 2 hours, so. Yeah, which is weird. Oh, wait. Um... I just go back up and running. Chica, don't forget to actually turn off your stream. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Technically, we can talk through here while we have it up. which is the share stream setup. Don't forget to... Hello? Oh, wait, hold on. I don't have audio on. Hello? Strange. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Thanks for the raid, Sheik Guy. Yeah. I think what it is that the shared audio chat might actually be going through your mic, which could happen. But we can use the shared chat function, at least for now, until Discord finally picks back up for you. I'm gonna be live for at least a couple more hours. So I'm gonna go and just let everybody know that now. At least. I've only get Discord back up, and then it's just not working for everybody else. I actually had to close Discord and reopen it. I'm missing half the conversation. No! Yes, I'm eating. I'm hungry, okay? Let me actually get Cruxy up and running. Oh, here. Doing good. We're just trying to get Discord back up and running. Discord's been real screwy recently. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. I don't think chat can hear me. And I can't hear you in chat. Hang on, I gotta figure out what's going on. What is going on? Hey, that's supposed to be going to my chat audio, and it just isn't. What is going on? Do I just have, like, that specific audio, like, turned all the way down? Is that what it is? Let me check. I do. Well, that might be why. Okay, I actually can't change Google's audio settings for some odd reason. That's weird. Huh. This is very weird. This is very weird. I don't know why I can't hear you at all. It's not that. My audio settings might actually be broken right now, which is not good. Something broke my audio settings. Because I thought I would be able to hear you, but I can't. For some reason.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, good.
I can hear you now.
Okay. You were doubled. I'm in Discord now. It fixed itself.
Okay, it finally fixed itself. Okay, then I can
Yeah.
I can now mute the stream together stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out what was
Ven,
going
thank you
on.
for the hydrate.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. That was weird. It said like
'Cause-
the API, whatever, something.
Because you could
Being
hear me,
weird.
but I couldn't hear you. So that was weird.
Yeah, I was coming through because I could see my little icon lighting up.
Yeah, I saw that too. And the... Oh, wait. Oh. That page is muted, apparently. Okay, I see. The page is muted. Now I see it. Because I have it open in a separate
Was
window.
muted.
I have it in a separate window, not a separate tab, so I didn't notice because it pops up at a separate window instead. So I never noticed it because I didn't see the thing. I think I muted it a long time ago, and I just because we were always using Discord.
Oh, I got you.
So
Okay.
I got myself some snacks. So.
Hey, nice.
Mm-hmm.
D does not. One, hello. Hello, welcome in. Oh my god, thank you so much for the bits.
Look at
I
the
just barely know you and you
biddies.
gave me some bits. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I want to find your Fugi. Oh, there's something. There's a fish.
Huh?
Ah, I missed it. I need
Someone
to
else
get
is
your
in here.
Fugi. Oh, hello.
You should be able to just
Oh,
get
why
a
are y'all
group
muted?
chat one.
That would be good. Okay. Let me get
I see
the
Cherry's in
group
now.
going.
Hi, Sender. Okay.
Change
Things are finally
this
working again.
thing.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Oh my god, that one's so bad.
Not by Joey.
No.
We're slowly coming
Okay.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Discord group. Ah! Oh my god. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Don't worry, it took me a little bit to
Okay,
figure it
y'all
out too.
are in here?
I think so.
Wait,
somewhere.
why is it still...
Probably because it's... There it goes. I don't know why it still has, like, Chic Eye and all them on there.
Browser source. Yeah! Okay.
That's weird.
No problem. Thank you. All right. Nice. Unspelled. Okay, there's just this non-zero chance that I'll meet your friends instead. Oh, wait. Unspelled, are you going? I wish they'll have to represent me in spirit. Oh. Oh, have a great day. Okay, no worries. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for saying hi, and thank you for the bits. I appreciate you.
Lost you.
Yeah, sadly, since
Have
I
a
don't
good
use a
day.
normal 2D model, I can't
Mhm.
actually have my model on top of the chat, because if I do, if you look at how big my model actually is from, it's very wide.
Oh,
I have a very wide
Interesting.
model.
wide model.
Well, it doesn't help that I
It can
have
be-
I have wings that, like, I can also make it extremely wide. I can actually take up the entire screen if I wanted to.
That's kind of funny though.
You could be wide
Yeah.
model Wednesday. Wait, it's Thursday. Thick model Thursday. Hope the grind for you goes well. Thank you. Hope you have a good day.
I mean, this game's grind is just catch more fish.
Thick model Thursday. Check DMs. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. They do.
Oh.
Oh, now apparently Webfishing also has a Discord overlay now, apparently. I didn't notice that until recently.
That could be good for now, at least.
Yeah. At least then I can tell who's speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes.
Maybe. We'll see about that.
Another shark.
Shark bait. Hoo-waha.
I am also painfully introverted, but give me their location. I will harass them on your behalf. Dang. Don't know if this will work for you, but Dobby. Oh! Unspell, that's really cool. That's really cool. What didn't work?
Oh.
Oh man, if I don't go to Offka, I'm gonna feel so much FOMO. I wanna see my
now?
friends.
Oh.
Offka, it's like the VTuber con.
Mm.
And where's that at?
San Jose, I believe?
Where is it right now?
Down.
Oh, I'm out of bait.
San Jose, I think. Yeah, Hash, oh my god. If you just saw the W and not the wide emote, it didn't work. Oh no! Oh. I think I have to set it up. What is it called? I could set that up for later. It'd be cool as fuck to go to Offkai. Exactly, right? Oh, that'd be so cool.
Okay.
Ashen is yaoi boyfriend. Oh, I love that.
Actually, I can do this. Okay. If you go to Discord, you can actually see how big my model might actually is actually.
Oh, you are very wide.
Yeah.
That is very wide.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, since my Fugies aren't working, if you want, I could put you up as my
Oh, I can
as a
if
model.
you do the browser source for
Yeah.
for Stream Together, I can actually turn on the camera for that too. My Fugies are working, luckily.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you want me to do?
If you can, there's browser source information for the stuff in Stream Together. Although it's apparently now very laggy because
Oh, that's
I have
okay.
too much
I'll just
stuff
use
on.
Fugies then. It's all good. Are y'all ready to see another browser source pop up?
Let me turn that
Yo,
off because
oh.
it should hopefully help with the lag.
I need to get one up for Cinder also. Another browser source? Alright, let's go.
All the browser sources.
Cinder. Here we go. Let's go. You here? Whoa! Oh my god, jump scare. Oh, crazy. Okay. Brave.
Yay. Usually the group one works, but apparently Fugi's just sometimes Discord just breaks for no reason.
Yeah. You can go here. Oh, you're so cute. You're a doll.
Ellie turned me into one a long time ago.
I like that.
I'm a doll on everyone else's stream.
Okay. Go. Beesh.
Yeesh.
I forget what level I am or rank. Do you know how I can check that?
Should be in your inventory, I believe. It should tell you. In your backpack, maybe?
Somewhere there?
Yeah, your backpack will tell you.
Oh.
It's in the left-hand side of your backpack when you open it.
Oh! I'm ranked 21. That's cool.
Max is 50.
Oh, hey, I'm halfway through.
Yeah.
I think I I have more salt water fish. I almost got all the
That's fresh
saltwater
water. That's
fish.
fresh water.
What?
That's salt water. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
seeing
are you
it like
looking
I'm
at
I'm
me?
looking
Are
at
you
your
looking
stream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's slightly behind. I keep forgetting about that.
A little bit less. Yeah. Miss.
Yeah, there's also one other thing that I can do with this model. Just not sure if I really want to do it just yet because it might destroy some things.
Oh.
Let me finish eating first. Because I have snacks. Yes, very unprofessional of me. I do not care.
You guys love professionalism around here. Discord was cracked on that.
Yeah. I had to go get snacks. But yeah. Yeah, if you're actually on my stream, you'll actually see how I've set it up. I've actually had to have my model technically behind it because if I don't, I take up way too much space in the thing. Or I have to make myself exceedingly tiny, and I don't want to do that.
Oh. You see.
Some-
Braveheart VT.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Your wings are behind. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Technically, I can also put my face behind it if I actually lean far enough over, but sometimes the nothing wants to work when I lean that far.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really
whoop.
wanna get a
Wrong
drawing
button.
model. Maybe when I get like a live 2D model, I can actually debut myself. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat.
I debuted this model a while ago. This model is actually, I think, almost a year old now. I
Oh.
think.
Wait, do people debut like themselves, like,
Mhm.
or like models?
You can debut yourself and a new model if you want to. I mean,
Oh,
Iron Mouse does it all the damn time.
true.
She has like a new model every 6 months,
Yeah.
from what I could tell.
I'm super excited because I'm gonna be meeting Cottontail when I go to a con.
Mm.
Con near me. It's gonna be pretty cool. Do you guys cosplay?
I do I did once. I haven't really done it in a while.
Oh,
Like back in like 2016 I did it. But I also went as like someone from the Division at the time, and sadly the Tom Clancy's The Division, which is an Ubisoft game. And the issue is that since it was the first Division, the only thing we had access to was long sleeve shirts, and I was in the middle, and it was like fall in the southern United States, which is not cold at all.
oh.
Technically, I think it was technically summer. Yeah, I was sweating. I had to drink a lot of
Dang.
water that day.
Dang.
I had to take off. At some points I had to take off my jacket because I'm way too goddamn hot. I can't keep this thing
I
on.
think I did something similar where I cosplayed May from Overwatch in the middle of summer
Yeah,
with the jacket on.
yeah. That's probably was the worst decision that I had ever made,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think I'll ever do it again.
Well,
But now we luckily have access to like more summer weather, so I can now go with
Yeah.
just the normal T-shirt if I wanted to.
exactly.
Yeah, I wish I could do more cosplay stuff, but I really just haven't had the time to do cosplay stuff.
It does take up a lot of time, yeah.
Because it takes a lot of free time to do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're making something that's not, like, normal attire. Like, you have to, like, make a prop in order to do it. And I'm like, well, I could easily do something if I just had to buy clothes, but I also don't want to buy, like, hundreds upon hundreds of clothes.
Yeah,
Clothes are
that's
expensive.
true. Oh my god, I just realized I should get the fish plugin. That would make so much sense.
The fish plugin? I've been tempted to do it, but I don't know. Because I stream on both YouTube and Twitch, it's kind of hard for me to, like, do something like that, because then YouTube gets left out on stuff like that.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So the only one I have is the Pokemon community one, and that's the only one that I have on Twitch right now.
Does Pokemon community also work with YouTube?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
So, but I started streaming on Twitch way before I started streaming on YouTube. And now, since I stream on YouTube, I no longer have to, like, make a VODs channel. I can just shunt all my VODs onto the live section of my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I keep on forgetting that I have to, like, actually save my VODs because they don't stay there forever.
Yeah. The nice thing about YouTube is that if you stream to YouTube, it stays there forever. Well,
Yeah.
until a certain amount of time. Because when you pass, there's a chance that your thing will get deleted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's like a Google thing or something like that, if I remember correctly.
I'm going to be right back.
Alright.
'Cause I drank a lot of water.
Water important. Nothing much, really. I had to go to the doctor yesterday. But that's about it. Hang on. I need to turn you up because I can barely hear you.
Yeah, turn me up to 200%. Why don't you?
Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're very far away from your mic.
No, I'm like pretty close.
Mm.
Just a quiet person when it comes to this mic, I think.
Oh, you usually can turn up the gain for it, but I don't know.
I've tried.
Mm.
Okay.
By the way, for those of you that are wondering what the music is that you hear in the background, it is the Heartbound OST. It's like $5 on Steam.
Made by Pirate Software.
Yeah. Technically, it's made by his sound designer, but
Yeah.
since Pirate Software has stated you may use the OST for any of your streaming content as long as you just don't re-upload the music directly. So I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like, and there's only gonna be more songs that are gonna be put onto it. So I'm hoping it gets to like 50 songs, and I'm like, okay, cool. I now have like content for like most of stream, and I don't have to worry about it repeating.
Yeah. We should get together and do like a whole big Terraria thing at once.
Yeah, I want to at some point.
Really cool. Have you guys made a Minecraft server yet?
I have one. I have a vanilla and a modded one. If you want me to set it up, I can set one up like right now. I have an extra computer that I don't use, and it's really only meant for servers. So
Oh, that'd be really cool. Do you have one for Cobblemon?
I can easily get one for Cobblemon.
That'd be really cool.
I just hope it doesn't get like taken down like Pixelmon did. But I think it's because Pixelmon. I think the issue is that Pixelmon used models that look
Scary.
way too close to, they looked way too close to the normal models, the 3D models.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
Mm.
Also, finally got that doctor's call for my ankle's X-ray. Ooh, that's good. Hope everything is okay.
I also can technically set up a Pal World server too, if need be.
Oh, interesting. I haven't played Pal World, but people keep on telling me to play it because they said I'd like it.
If you like base building games and you like Pokemon, you'll like it because it's pretty much you collect pals to help you build your bases.
Yeah, it's just Arc plus
Pokemon. It's technically more like
do
Arc
love
than it is anything. It's more like Arc than anything.
it?
Yeah, because you also get
Okay.
guns.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Pal World is expensive? How much is it?
it's not that expensive.
Is it more than $30?
Probably now, but when I bought it, it was like 20 bucks.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Last time I tried to play it, just had a black screen. Hopefully that got fixed.
You likely didn't have the updated version of your drivers. That happened.
I feel like any game that is above $30 is on the like expensive side to me, just because like nowadays
Pal World
it's
is
kind of an
$30
renaissance for
right
games.
now.
Okay, $30 on the dot. Okay.
It's like okay,
But that's
it's
more-
$29.99 USD.
Yeah, that'd be more for me in Canadian.
Yeah.
dollars.
So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that because it's $29.99 USD.
Also, it would be harder for me to get my friends into it.
Yeah, because they have to buy it on Steam or Xbox. Well, on Steam, effectively. Because you can't really play together on any of the other consoles just yet. It's a fun game.
How old is it?
I'd recommend it for like just to at least try it every once in a while. But it's like kind of like that thing where I'll play it every once in a while and then I'll play it for like maybe a week or two and then I'll stop playing it because it turns into like that Minecraft thing where like I'll play Minecraft every like once a year and then I'll stop playing it for the whole year.
Yeah. I like Minecraft because all of the mods that have accumulated over the years, you
It-
can make it your own.
Yeah, the issue I have with it is that I like a lot of the tech mods and like the tech mod packs. So I like to automate everything, and the next thing I know, I go to play like normal Minecraft, and I'm like, this is boring.
Right?
And that's
Oh,
just
no.
an issue with like I played modded Minecraft so much that like I went back to vanilla Minecraft, and I'm like, I can't play this. I just can't
Yeah.
because I played too much modded Minecraft. Hello, Marlin.
Mm-hmm. A Marlin.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be making dinner today, crab stuffed salmon.
That sounds so good. I'm not gonna lie. Although I've never had
Especially
crab.
since we've been fishing.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Although-
had shrimp?
I have had shrimp. I actually enjoy shrimp.
Okay.
I enjoy
So,
shrimp.
Crab is very similar. It's a different texture, but the flavor is very similar.
Hmm. So the things that I have not had out of seafood are crab, oysters. The only real seafood I've had is like salmon, and I've had sushi, like actual sushi, not like the California roll or anything like that. I've had actual like salmon. Oh my god, I got a whale again,
Wait!
and this is a small whale.
Wow! Big boy!
Yeah.
Dang.
As far as survival block games go, I can't recommend Vintage Story enough. Okay, do note Vintage Story is technically made by the same company who made Terra Firma Craft for Minecraft, if I remember correctly, which is a huge overhaul of how Minecraft functions.
But
Like,
it's
there's-
the game.
It's effectively a completely different game. Like if you go look up Terra Firma Craft, you're like, oh my god, you have to do what to get a pickaxe? Yeah, there's a lot that they added. It effectively changed how Minecraft was played. like a lot of blocks had gravity attached to them. You had to actually like get flint tools, so you could make stone tools, so that you could make copper tools, like, and go all the way up until you finally got to like steel tools or something like that. I don't remember. I never really got that far in it because it was just too much. It was way too much. And it's the same thing as like if you ever play with things like Industrial Craft, those mods. There was an Industrial Craft mod that made Industrial Craft so tedious that I don't know how people played with it. Vintage Craft, which was inspired by Terra Firma Craft. Eventually, the VS team found Minecraft's engine to be too constraining, and then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But the mod I'm talking about is called Galacticraft, which makes getting anything in Industrial Craft so tedious that I'm like, I don't know how anyone found this fun.
Oh. Are you talking about Vintage Story? Watched a guy play that. Heard his QOL mod makes it less CBT. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what, I know what QOL stands for. It's quality of life, but what does CBT stand for?
Oh, it stands for cock and ball torture.
Oh. Well, now we know.
But it's fine. It's an 18+ stream.
Yeah. My stream is 18 plus. So
No way.
I mean you could have easily just said made it less masochistic. That's always an option.
Oh, CBT.
I mean, I'm a guy who plays Dark Souls, so
Yeah, you're a guy that likes to get fixed boy in Terraria, so...
well, I haven't done Get Fixed Boy yet.
Okay.
And the thing is, if I do get Fixed Boy, I'm going to go Summoner, because I've done Summoner on every single difficulty. So the next thing I got to do is just do Get Fixed Boy on Summoner. And then hate my life, because I'm never going to be able to get my freaking Terra Prisma.
Good luck getting it on fucking Get Fixed.
Well, the thing is that she insta-kills you anyway, so, like, unless, like,
Yeah.
things changed, is it tedious compared to Dwarf Fortress? I got a question. Did you play old Dwarf Fortress or new Dwarf Fortress? Because Dwarf Fortress has had a major glow-up and is not nowhere near as tedious as it used to be. The Steam version of Dwarf Fortress is, like... You can tell it's still technically still play the game for free, but it introduced mouse controls, which if you played old Dwarf Fortress, you had to use the key. It was nothing but a keyboard game. You never used the mouse. Use the keyboard for everything.
Oh.
Everything.
Huh.
It's like the grandpappy of colonization sims.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was made with ASCII graphics.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You should probably add on top of that masochist to Infernal Get Fixed Boy.
Oh no. I first need to finish frickin' Revengeance mode for frickin' Calamity before I do Infernium mode.
We can talk later.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by.
I just need to actually get it done, because that's just been my issue, because I've just not been able to, like, I haven't felt like playing Terraria, and I'm mainly waiting for the last update so that finally we can say Terraria is done.
The final update?
Yeah. Terraria is finally
Sure.
done, and I no longer need to wait for another update before the mods come out.
Unspelled. The thing is, I know what CBT is, but in the context of a game, I could not like.
I couldn't
comprehend
think of it
what
either.
meant.
Yeah. I was in the same boat. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Like, that's what my brain was going to. but I
The
was
story
like,
about
no,
the
it's
cats
not
and
that.
yes, I know the story about cats and taverns and Dwarf Fortress. They tend to destroy your games. And if you're wondering how they destroy your games, it's called you die via frame rate loss.
Oh,
Massive
Yeah.
frame rate loss.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
not good.
I've heard like
The-
cats go into a bar and then they lick their paws and then they get drunk because there's fucking
Yeah, there's
beer
alcohol everywhere. There's alcohol everywhere. There's also that, as well as cats. There used to be the death of your fort was a cat explosion, which is you had 2 cats. The next thing you know, you had 20 cats, and then you had 70 cats, and then you have 1 million cats, and you're like,
That sounds like an issue.
yeah, and then your frame rate would just drop to nothing.
Like
Is
2
this cat
frames per
replaying the game
second.
with
No, it would be like a frame every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. Dogs had the same problem. Dogs would do the same thing.
Also,
Actually,
if
any
y'all wanted me to play any game, I still have that pick a game for me redeem. It's only 5K right now.
I don't
But
have
if
5K,
you choose a
sadly.
game, I will play it.
Would you say to play Team Fortress 2?
Oh, God.
If you like
And then if
shooters.
you
Do you like
redeem,
do you,
then
do you
it
like
has to
shooters?
be.
I mean, do you like shooters?
I do.
Okay. Do you like
T2 and-
do you like I was going to say do you like Overwatch?
Yeah, I played a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah, so you'll likely like Team Fortress 2, but there'll be less complexity.
Yeah, I played it.
There's a glitch in the fluid simulation where cats would lick themselves to clean, but every time they licked ale off of themselves, the game counted as the cat drinking an entire mug of alcohol. Oh, meaning the cat just got drunk. Do note, Dwarf Fortress literally simulates your skin, muscles, tissue, and blood.
Oh. Damn.
Like
Okay.
you throw, like here's the thing, you throw a corpse. No, you throw a corpse into a pool of lava, it will then explode because the blood boiled.
A lot of attention to detail.
Yes. It also has a very complex wrestling system. You can like grab people's fingers and toes and bite people's fingers and toes off.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, all my points are going into old art jump scares, so.
Mm-hmm. There's also like beasts, like colossal bronze statues that when you kill them, they turn into a bronze statue. There's also forgotten beasts that can be made of anything, including cheese and ash. Dwarf Fortress, there is also a free version of Dwarf Fortress. So if you wanted to try Dwarf Fortress, there's a free version. Go try that first.
Yeah.
The Steam version is...
Play it unless somebody tells me to.
Yeah. Well, when I get 5,000 points in your stream, I'll probably redeem it. And then you'll have torture. Because you won't know how to play.
Buy you a game.
Yeah.
And that also.
Well, apparently someone told me to make it more expensive. They told me to put it up to 30K, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So it might be going up.
Okay. Probably a good idea to probably make
Buy the
something...
game.
Yeah. I would say always check... Well, actually, I have a question. Have you played Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I had a
honestly...
whole series about it, and I
Yeah.
kind of put it on hiatus.
Well, I did too. I'm finally getting back into it, so...
Mhm.
There's also a point in time Dwarf Fortress where bears were an existential threat to the fortress because they couldn't get alcohol poisoning, and every time a bear got in the fort, it would drink the dwarf's entire stock of alcohol. Yeah, there's also gnomes that do the same thing. Gnomes will do the same thing. If you live in a good
They're
biome.
small, so they're hard to find too.
Yeah. They're technically considered vermin in the game's code.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They're called mountain gnomes, and they like to drink all your alcohol.
That's kind of funny. Ah! I got yeeted.
Please don't yeet me. I think I have yeeting turned off right now.
Yeah, I tried.
I only did that because I didn't want to get yeeted.
Yeah,
Hi, Jojo.
there's Jojo.
JoJo's here?
Well, I heard him ask
Fisher
you the
doors.
voice.
Fisher dwarves were under constant threat because carp had horrifyingly high physical stats, and swimming counts as exercise.
Yeah. Sometimes carp would just decapitate your dwarf, and you're like, what the fuck did my fisher dwarf die to? A carp. And do note, that's not including any fish that's like just the physically active fish. That's not including the fish you technically get from the river.
Also, Cruxy haven't done modded Terraria T-Mod Loader, it looks like.
T-Mod Loader is free
I
if you have
don't think I've
Terraria.
I don't think I've played modded Terraria.
I have over... Out of all of the games that I've played, my 2 most played games are Final Fantasy XIV, because it's an MMO. And let me see here if I can look at my activity, because that'll tell me how much I've played. I need to get back into Wilds. An Atlantic salmon. Okay, so I have over 2,000 hours. I have over 2,500 hours in Final Fantasy XIV online.
That's a lot of hours.
And then I also have 1,332 hours in Terraria, not including any of the mod stuff, because I have been playing modded. I played modded Terraria before it was even on Steam.
Dang.
My next played is technically Cookie Clicker, but that's just because I tend to leave it on every once in a while. So, and then my next played game is Elden Ring with almost 500 hours in it. And about a good 40 of those hours was just in the DLC. No, probably 100 hours, and it would be the DLC.
On my Steam account, it says that I have 25 hours in Elden Ring. But that's because I left it on overnight once.
Yeah, that'll happen.
In reality, I only have like an hour.
Yeah. I also have 400 hours and 416.4 hours in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Enhanced Edition. Which is a computer role-playing game based off of the Pathfinder First Edition tabletop role-playing system.
Oh yeah, you also play
Yes.
tabletop
TTRPGs, yes. I tend to play Pathfinder though. It's pretty much D&D 3.5 except better, in my honest opinion.
Wait, do you play Pathfinder 2e or 1e?
I only play first edition. I haven't found a group that plays second edition yet. But I'm also planning on running Rise of the Rune Lords on my channel here pretty soon with a group of 4 people that I have who have graciously decided to stick with me for the entire campaign, hopefully.
Oh, did you already start it?
Not yet. We just did session 0. We're going to do it every 2 weeks because, yeah, so we're going to do every 2. Oh my god. Caught a sawfish. Damn, he big. But yeah. Because I want to go through the trilogy. I want to go through the trilogy of Rise of the Rune Lord, Shattered Star, and then Return of the Rune Lords.
That's cool. I would be interested, but my time constraints will not allow it.
Yeah, it's on Sundays.
I actually have started a Sunday campaign
Mm.
in 5.5e.
Oh, 2024, effectively.
Yeah.
It's
I actually
5.5.
have a long history started in 3.5e.
Yeah, I started around
10 years ago.
Yeah, well, 3.5 was in 2000 was discontinued in 2007. I started playing back in 2013, 2014 when Pathfinder First Edition was like at its peak. And I technically started with 4th edition. But I went back to Pathfinder First Edition and then I played a little bit of 3.5, but I stuck with Pathfinder First Edition because honestly, it was the system that I knew the most. So I kind of just stuck with it. I want to try Pathfinder Second Edition. And I've also stated that this in like shorts and such, that I don't know why I don't like Pathfinder or Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. I just don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't know why I don't like it. I think it's just because all the classes feel the same. And even if you change the subclass, they still feel the same like the same class. Without like much change to that class.
Oh, I'm trying to bait. Fish with no bait.
Although wizard, I could easily play a wizard, but it's like if I want to play a fighter, I'm like, I want to play a fighter, but like, why would you play anything else but samurai? That's my issue. Samurai is kind of like the most broken freaking class they ever made, in my honest opinion.
I think what I like about Pathfinder and D&D the most over other systems is I literally I love the 7 set dice set so much that if the system does not have it, then I'm like, oh no, I'm sad now.
Probably trying to go from an in-depth system like Pathfinder 1 to what is possibly the most dumbed-down, simple edition of D&D that exists. And that's probably what it is that I'm looking for, like... It's not that I'm looking for, like, because it's the issue of, like, the standard array, in my honest opinion, is too low for what I like. Because, like, you can get, like, you can get your stat up to, what, 17? And I'm like, okay, so I had no choice but to take 2 ASI increases, so, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, I feel like if you're used to Pathfinder, you're very much used to playing, like, a gamey style of game.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've played D&D for a long time, then you can get used to, like, the more, like, okay, we have more options for roleplay.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is that Pathfinder First Edition... Like, I can roleplay in that system quite well. Given that I can actually dump a stat to 7, so I could actually play a blithering idiot if I wanted to. You really can't do that in 5th edition. I mean, you can, but the lowest it goes is 8. And I'm like, but I want to play the blithering idiot. Like, complete blithering idiot. Like, take a penalty to my... Like, take a massive penalty to my intelligence and just play that blithering idiot. But...
I think the main difference in 5e or 5.5e versus like any other system is like it definitely like leaves it more open so that there's not as many rules to like constrict you or like say, this is what you have to do, this is what you should do, this is what you can do, whereas it's like you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Do note, technically, literacy and D&D 3.5 was you had to play any class that wasn't a barbarian. And you could have a 7 intelligence. Technically a 5 intelligence if you picked the right race. So, technically, you could have had a 1 intelligence if you were very unlucky. And because the way that you did stats back in 3.5 was you rolled stats.
I actually do that.
I don't do the roll stats because the only reason I don't do it is because I don't like the idea. I don't want someone to feel like that they become so overpowered that now everybody's like, well, they've got everything they want and now I'm stuck here with like 10s in all of my stats. How do I play my class that I want to play? You know, but that's if like you don't do any rules like, oh, reroll that. There's no way you're gonna have anything good if you play that, you know.
Yeah, I actually have a specific set of rules for rolling stats. In that, for each each attribute, you roll 4d6, drop
Mhm.
the lowest, and then you do that for each of your stats until
Yep.
you have 2 stats that are above standard array. So it has to be above 72 when adding them all up together.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because technically in Pathfinder First Edition, the standard array is a 15-point buy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kinda what I took
it's a
my inspiration
15-point
from.
buy. I use 20-point buy for players, so it's 5 points higher than the standard array, so people can mix and match however they want with that. With that.
Yeah, it also leans into the heroic fantasy, right?
Yep. Player characters is also meant to be one-shotted, so I don't know nothing about D&D and TTRPGs. I mean, not everybody knows a lot about D&D and TTRPGs. The only thing that you need to know is that if you can think of it, Pathfinder First Edition and Pathfinder Second Edition, you can probably make a character that can do that thing. On a dice roll called Heroic, which has 2d6 plus 6 for each stat. They do have that version in Pathfinder First Edition as well, where you roll 2d6 and you add 6. So there's always a chance that you will have at least an 8 in a stat. And then the highest your stat can go is 18. So there's also, like, some people have even said, oh, just roll a d20. And I'm like, oh my god. For each stat. I'm like,
Gee, I really like.
There's a whale!
It can be. Oh,
Whale!
oh my god! My first big whale!
I saw the whale come up.
Pick it out. I want to see it out. Pick it out. I want to see my whale. Where's my whale? My whale!
Whale!
Big ol' whale!
Damn, boy!
So big. Hey, Spike.
Damn, boy.
Whale Thursday.
Does D20 per stat, they get some... Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, there are some wacky starting methods. I mean, there's also, like, pure D6 systems that are out there, too. Like, you just roll a shit ton of D6s. Shadowrun is one of those where you just roll D6s. Many Warhammer games, you just roll D6s. Except for, like, a couple of them where you actually roll D percentile. I know Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, you tend to roll D percentile, and you have to roll below your stat in order to succeed on something.
Actually, for anybody out there that doesn't know about D&D or TTRPGs, kind of a way I like to describe it is, imagine if you were a theater kid and you could do whatever you want in a world where, like, you have a story and you're making a story up with other theater kids.
Yeah. There's also another way of thinking about this. You know all those RPGs that you like to play, if you like to play RPGs, and you're like, damn, I wish I could go to that mountain over there that clearly you can go to, but has an invisible wall. You don't have to worry about invisible walls. Unless the DM actually puts up invisible walls. Or GM. Technically, GM would be the more appropriate term. DM stands for Dungeon Master, which is only if you're playing D&D, and there's Game Master, which is 90% of all other systems. Unless you're playing all the way back in old D&D, and then it's not called the Dungeon Master. It's called I think they're called the Referee.
D&D is using mathematics as a language to build a story out of, with a healthy dose of imagination, of course. That is very accurate.
Yeah, and the reason why you use the polyhedral dice is just to try to help tell the story. Sometimes the dice have to tell the story. If you wanted to sit there and be like, oh, I want to go do this thing. All right, well, we can say you do that thing, or we can decide the dice can do the thing, if you can do the thing or not. And it also, like, the Game Master or Dungeon Master is also kind of an arbitrator of the rules, too. To use AI or actual imagination. Yeah. Actual imagination is much better. Because I can describe something as much as I want, but I need to just describe it enough to where you can get a vague idea of what something looks like. And also, And I'm gonna say this is like if you want to be a game master or dungeon master, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
There are a lot of resources out there.
I would honestly say if you're gonna do it, I would suggest looking up Matt Colville. Do not watch all of his videos. Oh my god, he has like over 1,000 videos on how to be a dungeon master. Only watch the ones that are important, which is like the first 4 videos that he posted to getting into the game.
I believe there's a book called The Lazy DM's Guide by Sly Flourish. That's one
also
that
a good
really
one.
like because, yeah, it's very like, how do I describe it? Like, it doesn't go like, oh, you have to follow by the rules. It's very much like, okay, well, if you're wanting to do this, you can do it.
Yeah, and there's also like a lot of the like Pathfinder First Edition and Second Edition and Starfinder and soon to be Starfinder Second Edition. All the rules are going to be free. They're all free. You can go learn how to be a game. Huh?
Pathfinder?
Yeah, Pathfinder First Edition and Second Edition. The rules are free. You can just go to archivesofnethys.com or aonprd.com and done. You can go learn everything. You don't need to buy a book to learn how to play the game. Now, if you want the lore of Paizo's world, which is Golarion, you do need to buy books. But if you want to like learn everything that you need to on how to play Pathfinder First Edition or Second Edition or Starfinder and Starfinder Second Edition, just look it up on Archives of Nethys. And if you're wondering, Nethys is actually a god on Golarion. He's the god of magic and knowledge and destruction. He's got a duality going on. One day he'll help you, and then one day he'll destroy you. The two sides of magic. Helping and killing. Or hurting, I should say. But, yeah, there's a lot of good resources out there. And all of them in the GM's guide, they state, don't let the rules get in the way of your table's fun. If you want to modify these rules, you can, and you can ignore most of the rules that are in there. Now, of course, some of them for combat, you kind of have to not ignore them, especially if you want to do something like grappling.
I feel like one of the most important advice that I can give to somebody wanting to play a RPG or a TTRPG is look up safety tools.
Yeah.
Because bleed is a very real thing, and you want to make sure that emotions in the game do not come over to real life where it can affect your out-of-game relationships.
Yep.
And if you have any issues with anything or anyone that happens in the game, safety tools are there to make sure that everyone has a good time and is safe.
Yes, and always, if something is uncomfortable, bring it up. I know you don't want to be a burden, but you need to bring it up to the table. Or, if it keeps happening after you've brought it up, leave the table. Leave. Just leave the group.
Exactly.
Do not sit in a group where you are the only one not having fun.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of it, is to have fun. If you're not having fun, not having a good time, gotta make sure that you can take steps or people can help with ensuring that the space is safe and having fun all the time.
And there is also like an issue of some tables will have rules and some tables will probably touch on some very heavy topics. Make sure that you're okay with that and make sure you're going with this session. Honestly, the most thing that you can say is have a session 0. Have a session 0. Have a session re-0 if you absolutely need another one. Like, state if you're running an adventure path, you just read the entirety of book part 1, and then you're like, okay, we just finished. Let's take a couple weeks break. You finish reading part 2, and you're like, oh, there's some topics in here that we didn't discuss in our original session 0. Let's go ahead and come back and make sure everything's fine. Those kinds of things. And these are Like, my bad. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, like, adding on to your point about session zeros, you can also figure out what kind of playstyle you want in a session zero. Like, for example, Brave might want like really combat heavy, but I might want to run something that's very roleplay and intrigue heavy. So you can also figure out what kind of playstyle you want to do as well.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with saying like, oh, I want to play a dungeon heavy campaign, but someone else wants to do a heavy roleplay, and I'm like, those two players could get along, and there could be I mean, there's roleplay opportunities everywhere. Even if we do like a heavy combat style campaign, it's like there's got to be some amount of roleplay in it, because it can't just be, oh, we're just going to kill monsters all the time. I'm in a campaign right now where the main focus is combat and loot. And it's a nice refresher. It is. But it's one that I know for certain that I'm not going to play forever. It will end at some point. All campaigns need to come to an end too. So.
Doing kitten. Thanks for dropping by. I know we've been blubbering on a lot. We've been yapping.
I mean, well,
How y'all doing?
yeah. Well, here's the thing. In Pathfinder First Edition, I think the most amount of hit points that someone could technically start with is 16.
Hey, Ben, welcome in. We're fishing.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
getting
fishing.
there. Aw. Well, I hope you can get there and everything's good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know Pathfinder First Edition, the highest you can start off with is 16 hit points. No. 19 hit points. 19 hit points.
Oh.
It's 19 hit points that I know of.
I see.
And that requires like heavily you have to take Barbarian at first level, you have to have a 20 con, you take a favorite class bonus giving you a +1, and then you take a feat that gives you +3 hit points until you get later in levels. So 19 is the highest that I know of.
I know you said you were feeling sick. Are you feeling a little bit better today?
Oh, Venerable?
Yes.
Hmm. I think you've actually just given me some shorts content to throw up on my YouTube channel. Because I've been trying to get more into the TTRPG space, just because it's a place that I know not a lot of people like, oh, why don't you just... I'm like, I recommend people all the time, go watch these people who are probably better at explaining things than I am. And the thing is that there will always be a contention of alignment, and this is a hot topic. Alignment in your game should not mean your character does those things all of the time.
Yes.
And I know in 3.5 and in Pathfinder First Edition, alignment is really important because there are spells associated with alignment and all that other stuff, while D&D 5th Edition, alignment is not nearly as important. Actually, I don't think there's like any spell that really dictates of your alignment at all.
Ben said, still very sick, sadly. I'm sad I'm missing out on a Oh,
no!
well, I hope you feel better soon.
The paycheck! Sorry. I know how bad it feels. I know how bad it... Yeah. I know how bad it feels when you're running a job and you're like, I can't work right now and all that stuff. So, because I'm sick.
It's better than the opposite when you feel sick and you don't want to come in, and then people are like, you have to come in.
You have to come in.
Yeah.
All right. Canceled if a paladin goes out. Yes. So the classes that had that restriction in 3.5 were Druid, out of the core rulebook were Druid, Cleric, Monk, Barbarian, Bard. I think also had a restriction on alignment in 3.5. And of course Paladin. Paladin being like the major one that people know of, because in 3.5 Paladins had to be lawful good. They could not be any other alignment. It's why whenever people, like, the stereotype for Paladin is they're like this stuck-up asshole that doesn't allow any fun, is because the code of conduct for Paladins was you couldn't you couldn't hang around
I wish I
people.
knew a little.
Yeah, you can't hang around people that were notoriously chaotic or evil all the time. Or be around people who lie, cheat, and steal all the time. You know, rogues. So paladins were really hard to play in earlier editions. Without being an outrageous asshole.
And everyone go give
Oh, yeah.
Heart a follow. Super cool guy.
Yeah. I talk about a lot of stuff. RPGs, games, TTRPGs. I sometimes play randomizers every once in a while. I haven't done one in a while, but I think my most recent one was an Archipelago Ocarina of Time randomizer with a bunch of people. So,
Cinder, do you still stream?
he is not in chat
Oh.
with us. But I think he's still in your chat.
Oh.
He used to,
Oh.
I believe.
Okay then. Have a good
Okay.
day. Hope you feel better. Thank you. Comfy floor. Comfy floor. You really like your floor, dang.
Round player's guide to get the character map. Yeah, yeah, because if at Starfinder, you actually start off with a lot of health at first level, because Starfinder does a stamina plus health system.
Cinder.
I got a
My
huge
stream
hammer
doesn't just
hitch.
said affiliate, but it's funnier to stream just on April Fools. Oh, okay. All right, everybody, go follow Cinder. So next year you can catch a stream on April Fools.
Yep. So he can give Twitch that money so that nobody else can get it. Although I heard that recently a lot of streamers are actually going to start getting paid even when they're not affiliate. So I'm like, so what's the point of affiliate now? You know? Well, what's the incentive to go to affiliate? That's the only thing I don't know.
Honestly, if I could make it so that there were no ads, I would do that. 'Cause
If I could do 0 ads, I would, but I always do 3 minutes of ads because it's just it gets rid of pre-rolls, and in my honest opinion, I would rather have no pre-rolls and 3 minutes of ads
I agree.
every hour. And I do it every hour. I have a 3-minute ad go off, and if you do not like that 3 minutes, I'm like, usually when I'm not with other people, I pause during those 3 minutes so that you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
But when I'm with other
So, like,
people,
kinda take a
that
break also.
yeah, when I'm with other people, that doesn't happen. Or I'm playing a game that's online.
Yeah, makes sense. Flash,
Hey, Flash,
welcome in.
how you doing?
Flash.
Finally home?
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, nice. Good, because you can take my place because I have to get ready for work soon.
oh, I'm actually about to get off as well.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Are you leaving like the next 5 minutes-ish?
No, I'll be. It's like next 30-ish minutes. Round 6.
Oh, okay.
I usually try to stream only about for 4 hours, and I'm already at the 3.5 hour mark. So we got about 26-ish minutes left before I call stream.
Oh, okay. Well, Flash, if you want to join Brave for 30-ish minutes.
I might go a little bit earlier because of other things going on right now, but we'll see. Because I figured that this was only gonna be last for. Oh my gosh, it's manta ray again. That's a small one.
Another manta ray!
That's a small one. Doesn't look that small. The 2 some odd health. The P2E Goblin Barbarian starts with is needed dearly. Her 2E can be surprisingly lethal at low levels. Well, I mean, hey Shade, how you doing? But Pathfinder. So here's the thing. All TTRPGs are actually quite deadly at first level because
True.
Many, especially 5e, because the class with the most HP is still only going to be Barbarian. And even then, they're only going to have 12 plus maybe 3, so 15 hit points. And let's say that a dagger does 1d4 plus dex or strength, depending on anything.
You're gonna go take a nap? Okay, no worries.
So,
Thanks for dropping by, though.
so you get hit twice and you're already down.
Exactly, yeah.
Or you get
It's very
crit
dangerous
and then
at
you're
later
dead.
levels.
What was that? A meteor just fell.
I just realized on my session 0, I didn't ask my players what do they want to do if a character dies.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I do know. I have another session this Sunday to kind of like. Some people are new to the system, so I'm like, well, this is gonna be kind of like another session 0 to like discuss some things that I missed in my earlier session 0. So, and I actually need to write them down so that I can remember to let people know.
I did safety tools. I also did a whole bunch of lore, and I also did character options.
Yeah.
I missed out on what happens if a character dies.
Yeah. So, oh my God, I got the golden ray.
Hey, congrats! Now you can get the title.
I wasn't
Bob
expecting
said,
that.
Just want to say hi and sorry I missed collab. Work sucked today.
It's
No, that's
it's
okay.
fine.
We're always gonna.
Some
There's always gonna be other opportunities.
Yeah, half the time I'm not even in collabs because I just half the time I miss them, and then I'm like I find out the day of and I'm like, well, it's kind of late now for me to ask to join, or I'll just hop in randomly into people. And your research gets I'm here, so there's something to make natural attacks scale with dex. Natural attacks are already work off of dex if you have weapon finesse in Pathfinder First Edition. Unarmed strikes and natural attacks are considered light weapons for all intents and purposes.
Oh.
Shade's asking questions about Pathfinder First Edition, and I've played the system for 15 years, so for damage, not attack, you need an agile. Hang on, I'm trying to remember what it's called. You need an agile amulet of mighty fists in order for it to work.
For damage, not the attack.
Yeah. There's an enchantment that you can put on amulets of mighty fists that it can make it dex to damage. Yeah, which is
Good luck. Good luck.
4,000 gold
with your
pieces,
damage.
I believe.
4,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
by the way,
here-
Rave, I want to. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing: gold in Pathfinder First Edition is like you get like at by 20th level, you're supposed to have like 826,000 gold pieces worth of equipment. So, and like magic items go up to +5 with special abilities that also like +10 weapons. Take a belt to increase my physical stats. Do note an amulet of mighty fists takes up your next slot.
I was gonna ask you, Rave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer milestone or XP?
Depends on the
Experience
campaign.
points?
Depends on the campaign. If I'm running a Pathfinder First Edition module, such as Rise of the Rune Lords, I do experience because they tell you exactly when the character's supposed to be in what level. So I could do experience or milestone, but I want random encounters to mean something. So if I want random encounters to mean something, then I'll have experience. But if we're looking to just get through the story, then I'll do milestone and I'll say, okay, you level up now, go ahead and level up, those kinds of things. So it's probably something that I'll mention, but it depends. I kind of like milestone a bit better for homebrew campaigns because then the GM can be like, okay, now I know when we're gonna get a level up instead of, oh my god, I wasn't expecting you guys to get a level up now.
Right.
You know.
Well, how do you do milestone? How do you keep track of it, or how do you like denote? Oh, this is when it's gonna happen.
So I think it would be best to kind of think about like where they are in the story. Like if you have a whole story set out and you have specific encounters, roughly after like a specific point, they should always get a level up. Maybe after a few sessions, or you have like, instead of doing the experience, you have like, oh, I have like 14 quests that they need to do. Okay, I now know, like, let's say you're only going up to 14th level. Well, after each quest, they go up a level. You know, like if that's the campaign, like all that. Or like after a certain number of quests, they just get a level up. There's there's hundreds of different ways you can do milestone.
Yeah.
As the GM, you know when the story's supposed to end, so you know what level they're supposed to be, what level they're going to be at when the story ends. So
that makes sense. I like hearing what other GMs have to say about how they run their games because it gives me perspective on like my own.
And there's no wrong way to do milestone, in my honest opinion. Unless you're like giving everybody a level up every session, I'm like, oh my god, you're gonna burn out fast. There needs to be and the thing is that for some games, depending on how you state it, some games you need all games need these 3 core things, which is combat. You can't really get around not having any combat. You can have low combat, but you really can't get around no combat. Because all the games that we talked, like D&D 3, D&D, Pathfinder, Warhammer, so many of the games are revolved around you are doing combat. Combat is you are going to fight monsters. That is why you are considered an adventurer. You are considered an adventurer. Now, some games like Call of Cthulhu, Warhammer Fantasy, Roleplay, these games don't have a strict sense on combat. They have more of a focus on the day-to-day life of your character. Right. But it kind of just depends on the RPG that you're running. Exploration, these are like D&D and fantasy, like fantasy focused. Exploration, which can mean anything, and then roleplay, which is just like time to talk, downtime, that sort of stuff. Act out what your character's going to do.
Do you think combat can sometimes be interchanged with the other two, like exploration or roleplay, or vice versa? Like roleplay can be interchanged with combat or exploration, for example. What do you think on that?
So in my experience, I've always said that violence is not always the answer.
Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta wait because I just got Red 00 Dragon. Thank you for the follow. And I know that was extremely loud. I forgot to turn down the volume for that, so I need to do that next time.
Oh.
I just got the notification that someone followed, and it's really loud, so I know nobody can hear me. So that's why I was waiting for that to finish. Where was I? Talking about. We were talking about.
What was your opinion on like combat being interchanged with the other two aspects?
Oh, other two aspects. Okay.
Session.
So.
Or vice versa.
If I believe the player who came up with a really cool solution to what I thought was going to be a combat encounter, I will let it slide. I'll let it happen. Or I'll see what the dice. Usually, what I'll do is you can make a roll for it, and I'll look at what skill would be appropriate and make a roll for it. You know, those kinds of things. I know Pathfinder First Edition has a lot of spells that can literally circumvent a lot of combats, and that, yeah, you can most certainly try. I will never try. Yeah, so I can always state that like you can always interchange exploration with combat or roleplay with combat, but I don't think you really can, or exploration. But the thing is that some of these things are kind of intertwined with each other. Like, exploration can bring roleplay opportunities. Combat can bring roleplay opportunities. Roleplay can bring about combat opportunities completely by accident or completely on purpose if you happen to say, fuck you, Noble, and he's like, oh, right. Okay. Pulls out gun, shoots you in the face. You know, those kinds of things. But
exactly.
But, like, all three of them are needed to kind of have this sense of playing the game, and and all three of them are technically encounters. Red Dragon says it; they're an encounter is an encounter either way. It is just dependent on, doesn't have to be combat. XP is rewarded at the end of encounter, not per kill. Yeah. So like if like I have a random encounter of an ogre. And I'm like, okay, how are they going to deal with this ogre? And then it just so happens that the ogre, it's like, well, this ogre's probably not going to kill them because they're first level. So maybe it's a friendly ogre. Maybe it just ate.
Ooh,
Maybe it just ate.
right.
So it's not hungry. Ogres like eating humanoids in Pathfinder 1st Edition and Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. So that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so this will be a social encounter. I do note I use like the term of social encounter, combat encounter, social as in like a role play encounter more than anything else. Yes, befriending an ogre gives as much experience as killing it. And I will not allow you to both kill the ogre and talk to the ogre to get double the experience. No.
Wait, that's a good option though. Like, I never really thought about it that way.
Mhm.
That if you have an encounter that is supposed to be combat, but it ends up being not combat, you still get experience for that.
Yep. And that's always something
makes
that,
sense.
like, because the thing is, you survived the encounter.
Right.
I am not going to make, like, if you died, if you all died, because an ogre's usually, depending on system, it can be up to a CR5. And I'm like, oh my god, that's really deadly for a level 1 party.
Yes.
uh,
Definitely.
so, something like making it a social encounter means it's different, but then it's like, oh, I rolled, they're now level 7, and I rolled ogre. I'm like, oh, it's just a band of ogres that's going to, like, maybe attack them. Maybe they're hungry. Oh, you just decided to give them a whole bunch of corp. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay.
We taught a dragon to spare us in exchange for a golden coffin.
See, that's something that I like. You're giving. So here's the thing. Usually, if it's something you're going to give up something, 90% of the time it will work. Only because you're giving up, like, a golden coffin's like 70,000 gold pieces when you sell it because it's pure gold. That's at least what I would probably value it as. And, like, a dragon's going to want a gold coffin to store all of his loot, depending on the dragon. Most dragons hoard treasure, but what that treasure is depends on the dragon. The stereotypical red dragon, of course, is I hoard gold coins and jewels and jewelry and, you know, that sort of thing. Some dragons hoard paintings. Some dragons hoard people. Some dragons hoard knowledge. And yes, I do mean hoard people
Yeah,
as one of them.
It's scary. Dragons are crazy, but it's getting close to time for me to go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to head out soon, but I definitely want to talk to you more about TTRPGs, Brave, because it seems like you know quite a lot, and you've also been playing around the same, like, length of time that I have.
Yeah.
So,
And
I would definitely want to talk to you again. About
yeah,
this
and
sometime.
you can always just message me, and if you want to just get on, we can talk and all that. If you want to do it for content, we can also do it for content. We don't have to just do it for content. I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah, I love TTRPGs.
Yeah. TTRPGs are my favorite thing to talk about, especially when I get somebody who has a different perspective than I do, because I want to know what their perspective is on it.
Yeah, I'm definitely the same way.
Yeah.
What did Shade say? Yeah, this ice dragon silver, maybe? He was sitting on a big shiny pile.
So there are two different types of ice dragons in Pathfinder 1st Edition and Dungeons and Dragons, I believe. The chromatic one is the white dragon, and there's the silver dragon. It's probably the silver dragon, if they didn't try to kill you outright. Although silver dragons tend to have a sense of honor, though.
Delicious.
So
I love it.
yeah.
It's so good. But I think I'm gonna head out now. But,
Yeah, it's getting to that time where I
going
should
to
probably head off
head out
too.
also?
So let's see who's available to raid.
Yeah, double raid.
Double raid! Always fun to do a double raid.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow.
Let's see. Who is available?
I guess I could kind of introduce myself to y'all. And then, Brave, if you want to introduce what you do afterwards, you can give us a little introduction before we head out. That would be
Yeah,
great.
that'll work.
So, hi, I'm Cruxacute, otherwise otherwise known as Crux Cutie. I'm a variety streamer, and I mostly like to do collabs nowadays, which is very interesting. But I also do art. Sometimes I do baking streams as well. And yeah, I'm the Mermaid Princess, VTuber of Sunset. I'm here to make sure that everyone's happy and has a good time in my stream. And if you're not having a good day, I hope I can make your day a little bit better. I hope I made you smile a little bit today also. And I'll hand it off to Brave. What is your gist? What do you do?
Well, I generally play different variety of games as well, although they tend to be more RPG focused, randomizer focused, or anything like that. As well as sometimes just some general comfy streams like Webfishing every once in a while. And I also tend to talk about RPGs on stream. I play MMOs on stream. I do a lot of different things, but usually it involves an RPG of some kind. You can catch me every once in a while. My schedule is about to change here pretty significantly once the 21st rolls around, so we'll see how that goes. So hopefully it won't be too much of a change, but we shall see. And I am a Dragon VTuber, and if you really want to see what my 3D model can do, you gotta come join all my streams every once in a while so you can see what it can do, because it can do a lot.
Yeah, go check them out. Do you have any suggestions on who you want to rate?
I got distracted. I'm trying to figure out who is online. Do you have anybody? I don't think I've got really
I do
anyone
have
right
a
now.
person who is online right now. Let me just double
Well,
check if
Functional's online, playing Oblivion.
I feel like we should go to somebody chatty because we've been chatting a lot.
Yeah, and that might just be something that's like, just
yeah, let's go to
chatting.
functional.
Functional? Alrighty, that'll work.
Functional idiots, right?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Functional _ idiots. Don't forget
Do
the
you have a
underscore.
raid message?
I don't. I really need to get one of these days, but usually I don't have enough people for the raid message. So I just raid it and say, I bring the worms.
Fair enough.
My followers are called the worms, but that's because
The worm. That's so cute. I love that.
WYRMS.
I love that.
Worms.
Thanks for coming out, Brave.
Yeah.
It was very fun having you and chatting with you.
Yep. I'm already getting my
Start
raid
my
started. So
raid.
stick around for the raid, people.
Right.
We're gonna go raid Functional. He's playing Oblivion right now.
Right. And have y'all yourselves a wonderful week. Have a good weekend if I don't see you. And yeah.
And I will see you guys next time. See you guys later.
See ya.